Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1023. Doing it live. We got Smarty back again.
What the fuck is up, guys?
Hey, not too much. What's new with you?
It's been a hot second since I've been here, hasn't it? So
It has been.
It's been a hot third.
it's been like a hot 10th. Let's be honest. Okay, so I guess kind of let me run down an indefinite hiatus from YouTube shit just to focus on other life shit and music stuff. Found out I'm having a girl now, so that's fun. Super excited about that. And also, when it comes to my music stuff, I'm playing a lot of shows now, and it's
That's
really
fun.
weird to be on that train.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
What, so, like, you're having a girl. Is this your first kid, or do you have one before this?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You're not allowed to say the gender of the baby until they're 18.
God, you got me again, Billy.
Everyone, please give the stream. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm dodging this bullet. Everyone, please
No,
give
you're-
the stream a like. Like the stream. It helps out a lot. Those of you who are here, early adopters of the like during this stream, helps get more people in here. We'll get into the content in just a moment. Just want to remind everyone of the Mother Load. The Mother Load's a pretty amazing thing where you get all kinds of cool perks. Here's all the perks you get. Coming up here in a day or two, I'm sending out the DP On Demand access codes for everyone who qualified last month. We still have the shirts. We have all this cool stuff. You want to sign up for that before the end of this month to get the exclusive Actual Mania shirt that we have available right now. You saw it in the opening sequence. Pretty amazing. Also, Brave Browser. If you use the Brave Browser, now's the time to click that little triangle up at the top of the browser and get your bats. Collect your bats now, which is self-explanatory. Please send us your bats. Check right now to see if you have bats. Send us your bats, and if you're not using the Brave browser, you're missing out on probably the best browser out there. Use the link in the description. Download the Brave browser and use it. It's pretty amazing. Ruby Jewel said I gave DP 15 bats this week. That's amazing.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, the Mother
Beautiful
Load
thing.
is for patrons $50 and above. Patrons $1,000 and above get the Father Load.
What's the father?
Something you need to talk to your therapist about for the rest of your life.
Oh,
That's what it
probably,
is.
probably.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah. You know what?
We need to get likes up on this current stream right now. If you guys don't know, we got a strike against us because of the Tiger King 10 days ago, and it's thrown us off.
Yeah, it's noticeable every time because we've been doing this for a while, and it's noticeable. There's always a weird dip. Every time we're given a strike, even if the strike is rescinded, which ours has been. You know, I saw Joe Exotic, he tweeted today that, you know how sometimes when people delete tweets, it's still saved in like the cache of your app, so it'll show it, but if you click on it, it'll say it was deleted. I saw a Joe Exotic tweet. It was a tweet of a handwritten letter Joe sent from prison, and it was basically saying he was going to sue BMG and some person that he named for stealing his music. People are like profiting off his music without his permission, I guess. And he's he said he was going to sue a whole bunch of people over it, but then he deleted it. Well, not him. Whoever handles his social media deleted it, I should say.
I was going to say, I'm pretty positive, like, he would not be in a power.
You know what, though?
To anyone. But granted, he shouldn't be, he or his lawyer shouldn't be in a position of power to strike you guys, which, by the way, like, who'd have thought the saving grace of the panorama or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to use that word because I don't want to get you guys flagged or anything like that. But who'd have thought the saving grace with that show would be a problem for one of my favorite podcasts?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, a guy that's in prison that wasn't famous until he was already in prison, who has millions of dollars not only in revenue from the stuff he had recorded before he went into prison, but donations and that kind of stuff. That's an attorney's dream come true because they're billing by the hour.
I always thought, though, I'm not gonna lie, I always thought that like Joe Exotic never saw a dime from the show.
It's not true at all. No,
I always thought that. I was like, I could not see him even getting a dime for like even being in jail, or all of that money going towards whatever.
He has a whole team
his
of
legal
lawyers.
funds are.
He has a whole team of lawyers. He's getting donations too, and he's getting money like royalties too. I saw Louis Theroux interview his legal team, and they wouldn't comment on how much money's coming in. Like he was trying to get him to be like, he's like, is it 7 figures? It's craziness. Anyway, though, I'm glad the strike is gone, even though they made it sit on our account for a really long time. That's why it's very important to bypass the YouTube shenanigans. You click the little button. Yeah. They rate our effectiveness based on how many of you click the button. So please do that.
When Tiger King gets out of jail, which casino do you think he's gonna have a Tiger show at?
If it's at the end of his actual sentence, he might not be walking too well to put on a Tiger show.
Doesn't he have like cancer or something like that?
That's another issue as well.
Yeah, I heard. So the last thing I heard before any of the flagging stuff happened was, and then he was making a plea to be like, please do not let me die in this fucking jail when he was getting resentenced. And they're like, all right, you got 21 years. All right, you're getting 20. So there you go.
They took a year off. Good for them.
A year off. That's it.
All
right.
All right. So we are going to get into this crazy, wacky, weird antagonism shit with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I've been kind of avoiding it just to see how it would play out. But
now, Benjamin, when I texted you before saying I want oddities and I want antagonism, I was not prepared for the heaviest court case in the last month or so.
Yeah, and it's not even a criminal case. No one's like on trial to go to jail or anything. It's all just a civil disagreement. Yeah, so we'll see it.
Jesus.
We'll see how this goes.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me.
TP, are they gonna touch me?
TP, are they gonna touch me?
Shitty slap. Mitch DC, if you can, don't mind me saying, you got to update that intro with update the intro with a newer version of Jared Genesis so his head is bigger and matches the body.
Just fatten him up.
Yeah.
Just a fat head, Jared.
He's bulking. He's bulking, all right? He's a bodybuilder.
He's gaining, yeah.
He's a bodybuilder. We need to provide a little bit of context. So Johnny Depp used to be married to this actress named Amber Heard. She's way younger than him. After they got a divorce, she said he was physically abusive and all this other horrible stuff. He got fired from a lot of work. There was damage to his career and reputation.
Sure.
And since then, receipts have been released in the forms of hidden video and recorded audio and messages and that sort of thing that doesn't paint Amber Heard as quite such a victim. In fact, there was even an instance where Johnny Depp, part of his finger was severed by Amber Heard using a wine bottle.
I was about to ask about that.
Yeah, it's so... I guess we'll see. Here's a little portion of a hidden camera video that I guess Johnny Depp was recording. He knew the camera was there. Now, I will say, when one person knows a camera's there and the other one doesn't, they have the advantage of acting differently.
Yeah, I always gaslight people when I'm on camera and they don't know it.
Oh, I figured it out by now.
She doesn't know she's on camera, but it's right up in her chest. Or he doesn't know he's on camera.
Oh, you know what? Right here, she does. Yeah, she's doing the filming here.
Okay, yeah.
She's doing the filming here.
Nice.
She's doing the filming here.
I'm gonna assume this is after the wine bottle thing because he's
jar and the goblet handle on it. That's pretty impressive.
That's impressive.
Oh, you got this going. You got this going.
Oh, he just realized he was being filmed.
Oh, really? Really?
There was a
That just gave me
staircase.
whiplash, dude.
So it kind of seems like she was already trying to set something up.
Didn't it? You were smashing shit.
Hear her laugh.
This is why whenever I have a woman over at my house, I make her put her cell phone in her ass.
It's almost like a Chris Rock thing.
Yep.
But instead of a lock bag,
Yep.
you just have her put it in her booty.
I say, look, if we're going to be here together right now, jam this phone up your ass.
Here's a little more before we get to Johnny Depp's actual testimony, because he did testify today.
Yeah.
Day 2 of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation trial, and it's pure Hollywood drama. Depp's sister Christy testified that she and Johnny were victims.
Her sister looks old.
No, it's his sister.
Oh, his sister looks old.
Well, he's old.
Oh, yeah.
abuse at the hands of their mom when they were growing up.
None of what was happening in our home felt good. Both Johnny and I, actually. We decided that once we left, once we had our own home, that we were never going to repeat ever anything similar.
Well, there, he's innocent. He made a childhood promise never to be abusive.
He's not even on trial, though, you know. He's suing her for defamation.
And probably, damages, I'd say.
Yeah, and there was damage done. So he has to prove what the damages are, and he has to prove that she knowingly lied also. That's the hard part. He already lost a case in the UK. He sued her in the UK, too, last year, and he lost that case.
Longtime friend Isaac Baruch was called to the stand and brought humor to the serious proceedings.
Thank God.
And did you get along with Miss Heard?
I loved her. I fell in love with her just like Johnny fell in love with her. I fell in love with her. She's totally respectful, gracious to me, that she's got great teeth.
Baruch said he and Amber...
It's weird. It's interesting that she chose to wear like a business suit, you know?
I gotta say, it would be very weird, like, to be in this courtroom and, like, you have this moment of, like, humor amidst this whole trial of, like abuse and shit like that. And, like, everyone's laughing. Like, I would just be like, what the fuck?
Playful relationship.
I walked in, and she's in the kitchen at the counter, and she's doing a beauty facial.
She looks like she's in the military or something. This looks like a military uniform.
And I'm going, hey, is that
She's trying out for the Top Gun 2 sequel.
Help me? And she looked at me and she goes, no. And I'm laughing.
But he also testified the couple had a volatile relationship.
I say to Amber as I'm walking up.
Johnny Depp's, another woman Johnny Depp was with for a long time was Kate Moss. You remember the model, Kate Moss?
Yeah, she was notoriously thin.
A lot of them were, but yeah, she was she was one of the most famous and the thinnest. Yeah.
He hit you? And she goes, yeah, he threw a phone at me and hit me.
He says he never saw her bruised or beaten.
Nothing, no cuts, no bruises, no swelling.
If I had to compare this trial to a movie, I got to go way back, but do you remember War of the Roses?
I remember that movie.
That's what this is like.
I don't remember this movie.
Not remember that
You never seen War of the Roses?
Tell us more about War of the Roses if he's not going to. Like,
Where's
is
Joe?
he about to
We
explain
need
it?
him on this one too.
Yeah, Joe would say, "Oh yeah, War of the Roses, 1984."
War of the Roses. It had Michael Douglas and the woman that did Jessica Rabbit's voice. What's her name?
Kathleen
Turner.
Kathleen Turner.
Yeah, and it was. It's about like a couple that broke up and like went nuclear on each other, and
of course it's
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's in it also.
Of course, it's a movie with fucking Michael Douglas about volatile. I feel like he was the guy you got for like movies about volatile relationships.
Danny DeVito played the part of the guy who said, "Yeah, she's got nice teeth."
Yeah. You know, when Michael Douglas got throat cancer, he said it was from eating all the JJ. That
He was married to Catherine Zeta-Jones at the time.
I think he still is.
Oh,
These are two people who are going to destroy everything in their way so they can destroy one another.
HPV, right?
So here's a little that does cause a lot of cancers, definitely. Here's a little more.
Do you recall Mr. Depp ever telling
let's-
you that he hoped that Amber Heard's rotting corpse is decomposing in the trunk of a
Well, yeah,
Honda
but that's
Civic?
just the way he talked.
Disturbing text messages from Johnny Depp to his good friend.
Obviously, yeah, it was said.
In true movie star fashion, Johnny's Cadillac screeched into the courthouse parking lot this morning, and he entered to the cheers of fans.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Also today, testimony from Amber's former assistant.
She leapt up out of her chair, put her face approximately 4 inches from my face. She was spitting in my face.
And their
Well, that's
marriage
hot.
counselor, who revealed this.
They engaged in what I saw as mutual abuse.
You never actually witnessed any physical violence by Mr. Depp or by Miss Heard, correct?
Never.
Just some mutual
As we did
abuse.
yesterday, we turned to Chanley Painter now, who was in
Oh, it's George Bush's cousin that Donald Trump got fired.
Billy Bush.
Yeah.
He's back on Extra.
the marriage counselor. For whom was she most effective?
It's interesting that Johnny Depp is using her as a witness for their case as the plaintiff here, because the message that they want this jury to hear from this marriage counselor was that Amber Heard was verbally abusive and physically abusive to Johnny Depp. But this marriage counselor...
The only movie I can name that Amber Heard is in is the Aquaman movies. What else is she
I don't think
in?
she's in just one of the Aquamans, right?
Yeah, she was in
I
the
forgot
fir-
there was even.
She's in the first one, and I think she shows up in Justice League.
Yeah, they kept her around.
But
She
really,
got to keep her
like-
jobs.
I always heard that like she was getting removed from that, but I didn't know.
I don't think she's actually lost anything.
Was she in
at this
Warm
point.
Bodies?
telling this jury that she observed bruises
I'm sure there's
herself
quite
in
a
person
few.
and by
Andrew
photograph
says she was
of
in
Amber
Warm
Heard when she met
Bodies.
with
Alpha
Amber
Beta says Rum Diaries.
privately.
She was in
to talk
Rum
about
Diaries,
how
yeah.
Johnny
Roman
Depp
Velasquez says
physically
she was in
abused
Captain
her.
Jack
How
Sparrow.
damaging were Johnny Depp's texts?
Profanity-laced text messages. Doesn't look good for him, but remember, Billy.
Oh, she was in Zombieland.
Got
Okay.
ahead of this.
All right, here's a little more.
Son of a bitch. Give me a drink.
I wonder who's doing the recording here.
Nicolas Cage.
I thought that we had some sort of game plan.
I told you what I needed. You said we should make a list, but yet you don't.
Wow, such
Are those farts in the background?
So suspenseful.
Like, seeing the counselor is not gonna it's not gonna do it. It's not alone. I know. We gotta change how we do things. And I want to trust you, and I feel like all the trust is gone. All the fucking trust is gone in the relationship because you keep splitting.
I'm not gonna be in a physical fucking altercation
Don't.
with you.
Then don't.
You fucking hit me last night. You fucking.
What about all the other times you split? Come on, you cannot act like that. It's about that. It's
Well,
not.
we're on a plane. I can't split.
No, and you hit back. So don't act like you don't fucking
I
participate.
pushed you.
I'm not going to get into the details of that fight. You and I both know that you split when there is no physical violence involved. And that you do it.
Is she saying you split? Is this like the 70s
You
or
split,
something?
like yeah.
You left, yeah. I'm like, that sounds like something they'd say in like Scooby-Doo or something.
Splitsville?
Let's split!
Let's split on out of here.
At the very beginning
She's
of
an
fights
old
these
soul.
days. And if you split and you go into a different room and you don't actually leave that house, it does nothing but perpetuate the fight. Really, when you split on me, how do you feel when I leave you?
When I split, when I go into the other room, you're saying.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about. What do you mean I split?
What do you mean split?
He thought she meant like
separating myself from the shit.
bend over and spread his butt cheeks. is what
We're
he thought.
sitting here having a conversation. You keep blowing ass. What's wrong with you?
The butthole challenge.
Your butthole. It's overly abused.
And getting me a room, getting another room in a hotel is just the same thing.
He's like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. I'm getting my own room. He doesn't even want to stay in the same room as her.
When did I get another room at a hotel?
You text Steven or Nathan in Toronto to get you another room. It's chronic. It happens all the time. And if you do it to go into another room, you do it and you get dressed.
You were fucking screaming at me.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to leave situations so they don't escalate?
Right.
You remove yourself from the situation.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for hitting women. Like beating them.
Somebody clip that.
It's getting added to the archive in the Discord.
Beating them to like leaving bruises all over their body if they're into it. But like, I'm not just gonna hit a woman out of anger. That's so weak.
I'm not going to validate my actions last night. I feel very bad.
No, I'm talking
for how I
in
reacted.
Toronto.
Yeah, she's like talking about last night beating his ass, and he's like, no, Toronto, you're beating my ass too.
I did not start screaming until you had fucking said all the shit. You poke an animal enough, it is eventually, doesn't matter how friendly it is or how cool. So I have.
It still doesn't justify a fucking getting hit by someone. Like, that's all bad. That's all fucking bad.
Yes.
Not done.
Unless it's for fun.
This to you. I have not said these things to you. I have not started the fight by saying I'm going to get another room. And I'm not going to sit here and fight about fucking Toronto anymore. Guess what? I let it go. I'm not fucking
She's like, I'm not going to fight about the time. I'm not going to fight about the time I beat the shit out of you. I'm going to fight about all the times you walked out of the room.
Send me the tape.
It's like you're about to fight right now. Stop it.
Write it. Guess what? I'm not saying another fucking word about Toronto. I'm so sick and tired of fucking fighting about old fights. This is not about.
This is about new fights. This is about every time I yell at you and you
fight.
leave the room.
This is a broad.
Why don't you stay and let me yell at you some more?
I'm not going to bring up the time where I obviously was in the wrong when I beat the shit out of you in Toronto. That's
I'm
old
gonna create
news.
a new altercation right now.
That's old news, hip cat. Now you're off to Splitsville in the next room.
Jive turkey.
Every single time you get dressed and you fucking split the top of a fight, you never fucking try and work it out. You never fight for me. You never come to me. You never self-calm. You never self-soothe. You're never the one to throw the olive branch. I'm sick and tired of it. It needs to fucking change. And you can go, I can't meet those demands. I can't do it. Or you can fucking promise me so I have a modicum of safety. I feel a modicum of respect. A little tiny shit sliver of fucking you are in this.
A little tiny shit and sliver?
Been there, man.
Good or bad. Whether it is good or bad. Down and up. Lows and highs. Tough and easy.
I feel like she just got through life being beautiful and isn't used to not getting what she wants.
I feel like most women are not used to getting, or are used to getting what they want.
Tapes, let me hear them. Send me the fucking recordings. Just text them to me.
I don't know how else to say I will to you. I haven't because we have not been well. We have not been good. When I fucking move out, if I move out, then you'll have them and you can fucking relish them. You won't fucking like it, what you hear. Won't make you happy.
I think he probably just got together with a very immature woman that has not reached a level of mental maturity required to be in a relationship with a 50-year-old superstar actor. I just don't think she probably.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't.
But that's what the price you pay.
You hear what I'm telling you.
The whole Repsion Maya thing that he's been going off about.
Oh my God.
Like she was super young. Like that's the price you pay when you date out of your pay grade. Date women older than you. Matter of fact, date your moms. They will be way better for you than these underage girls.
All right.
I'm saying.
That was after.
You're like stepping into the wrong territory there.
That's when we came back here.
I know where we
Toronto,
were.
Boston, here.
I know where
rehearsals.
we were. We've been on the road basically since Australia, and I have been at your side, and I have not been filming a movie.
Well, we were on our honeymoon. I hope you were at my side.
I'm not talking about this.
He's probably wasted too, and he's just so much. He seems like so much sharper than her.
Well, one of the things, I don't know what the timeline is here, but once you catch her recording you, like you can't get into an honest, emotional conversation with somebody.
The
You have
trust
to
is
leave the
already
room.
fucking gone.
You have to leave the room. You have to stay calm through all this. You have to check out.
I'm not sure if this was before or after. I don't know if Chesh is still in the chat. Maybe she can tell us if
Chesh doing a run-in.
Does Chesh Vic know what it's like to date your mom?
Am I? I'm talking about many months. And was it all the honeymoon? No.
I thought it was going to be like
I've been
Chesh
at
about
your
to do a
side
fucking money in the
throughout it all.
bank
You
here.
said, why did you come to Rio? And I answered you. I would love for it to be better. I have no fucking consistency, no safety, no security.
Of course you do. You're making bank too. You're just not making Johnny Depp money. But now Johnny Depp isn't making Johnny Depp money because of you.
Relationship is
Yeah.
something
She fucked it up.
Yeah.
It's something you don't fight for, you don't stand up for, you always run from when it's tough. I'm telling you, I need more. We didn't say vows. You didn't make them exactly in the same in that way, you know. But
She's bringing up their wedding vows.
You didn't, the vows, the things you said, that they haven't exactly been the way you said them this entire time. You
wonder
said
why.
to have and to hold till death do us part, and then you go split. You split.
You split.
To the next room.
You become the last mayor of Splitsville.
Zoinks! Let's split, Scoob.
It said till death do us part, and you go to the next room?
But now is the fucking time. I need to know if you're going to be there. I want promises. I told you that at the beginning of this conversation. I need promises that you're going to fucking be there. I need promises that this is important to you. Not when it's easy, when it's hard too. If this is something you'll fight
Bullshit
for.
sounds like
that
this
this
is
is
a very
something
niche
that's
joke, but I was gonna say this bullshit would be the perfect opener for a Midwest emo like interlude. I don't know if anyone gets that joke, but it would be just add like a guitar line over it, and like you have the spoken word, and it just.
I don't get that reference, but I agree.
That's totally understandable. I'll send references at some point.
Johnny
Anyway.
Depp recreated the band the Hollywood Vampires. Originally, the Hollywood Vampires were a drinking club of very famous rock stars in the 70s that used to drink in the Rainbow in the upper
up
floor.
in the loft. I was up there one night.
And you saw there's like a little mural that they made
Yeah.
up there. And it had like names like John Lennon and George Harrison and Keith Moon from The Who, Alice Cooper, Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. There's a lot of like big names from that era in there. And he got together with Alice Cooper and like recreated the Hollywood Vampires.
That's crazy. I was up there the night that I played the Whiskey a Go-Go.
Yeah,
We
it's
did
right next to
We
it.
did the Rainbow Room afterwards for pizza. And went up, crawled up in there and saw it.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
I think it was that night.
Yeah.
Oh, every fight. I can't be the only one to hold the promises. I was in Toronto and it fucked me over. I can't be the only one. You can't be the only one.
What is this, the Highlander? Like,
If I split on you, all those times that I thought about doing it would not be here.
Yes, that's
And I-
usually how leaving somebody works.
State, and
The
it's
fact
tough.
that he's there, it says that he had the opportunity to actually split all those times as well, but he chose to stick around to continue to be there with you. But you don't want to tell that side of the story. You want to be angry, you want to be young, you want to be hurt, and that's fine. But I want to be Johnny Depp because he gets to fuck women like you.
well, no, not exactly like her.
Oh yeah, I'd totally be able to handle this better than Johnny Depp.
No, you would
Oh,
not.
I'm strong.
done. I'd be.
You have way too much confidence.
No, I'd set her down.
It is easy.
Set her
to
down
run
and
away
say,
from
"Look, these are the rules, okay?"
problems. It is easy to take that out and say, well, that's the easiest. I mean, that's the best, safest. That's the safest way out. I'm not saying we should get in physical altercations. I never want to be in that. Never.
Then don't.
But every time you don't like what I say,
casual.
you fucking run away, will never work out anything. You can't run away every fight.
I'm just gonna shake this bitch and say it's distance, not. Why am I even arguing?
I do like that you start out by saying you would shake her, because I think that's the first step to a nice abusive relationship. You shake
help
them
the situation
before you break
doesn't
them.
help the situation.
Oh, okay.
It's easy. It's not brave. It's not strong. It's harder to say to somebody, I want to work this out. I want to face what I have. I want to face what you have. I want to work it out with you. You're not working it out. You're running away, and then you make me be the bigger person every single time and come to you and knock on the door and come to this house and say,
You made me the bigger person and have to secretly record you.
hey, we're married.
I will say this in her defense. It's hard to be in a relationship with somebody who has it all figured out and is seemingly perfect.
I mean, he's flawed. Like he's an
everybody's
alcoholic.
flawed. Everybody's
for sure.
flawed. But when I say seemingly perfect, I mean in the relationship, he doesn't have these points where he breaks and needs her comfort in situations. You know, when the guy has all this like confidence and she really feels like it's an uphill battle to like be needed, right? Because like she can't tell him anything. He's been around the block. He knows he exists. It's hard for women who feel like they're always one step behind their partner, or I don't need to say women, partners in general, who feel like they're always one step behind their partner.
Mm-hmm.
That's daunting, and I feel for her on that level. I also feel like she wants to be hit, and it would make her very happy. They have to work out consent on that, though. You can't just go around smacking her.
Calm down.
I made you.
Yes, by default. If you're never the one to do it, one of us is, and I'm the one to do it every time. It means I'm the bigger person every time. It means I have to be the strong one. It means every time I have to fight for our relationship, and you get to be lazy. You get to be cowardly. I don't know what it is.
What are you here for? What do you need me for?
Once again, I am fighting for the relationship.
With a guy that you don't fucking trust or like? Why?
I did not say I didn't like you. I love you. You're my favorite person in the world.
I don't see that.
I remember what I said at the beginning. I'm sorry you feel like you can't imagine it. But I said this to you at the beginning of this conversation. I said, you're my favorite person in the whole world. If you weren't the most magnetic, shiny, beautiful, interesting, dynamic person I had ever met.
Because you're Johnny Depp.
It would be so easy to walk away from this bratty thing that you do.
Untrustworthy.
Did you hear what I just
When I was in high school and I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, I knew I was in love.
said? I said I can't trust. I can't trust. That's not meaning you're untrustworthy. It means that we've created a situation, and I'm telling you what you do to create it too. We've created a situation in which there trust can't grow. It's like it's trampled every single time, and we need a marriage. That's why I sat down. Do you not remember me sitting down at the very beginning of this conversation and saying just that to you? Saying, I know you got married for security and for safety. So did I. We did not get married because it was something that we're doing, because it was something we could walk away. We wanted a foundation. No?
Yes, I wanted to make you my wife.
Yes, but you could just have me as your girlfriend if you didn't want the foundation. And you told me, and maybe you go back on it now. Fine, okay, cool. Lie about that. I don't know. You told me you wanted a foundation. You told me you wanted the security. You wanted the safety. You liked the foundation. At the beginning, you said,
I'm not going to call you a liar, but I'm just going to say, go ahead and keep on lying, asshole. Like,
I don't know. Some people look at a horse and they see the way it bucks and like, I don't want to ride that horse. But I'm the guy that I'm like, I could break that horse. I know I could break that horse.
You could break the horse.
I could ride that horse. I guess these recordings are mutually, they're known they're recording. It's the therapist told them to record their fights.
Oh, really?
So these recordings are known. The one earlier with the video, that was not known.
Yeah, and then he found out about it and flipped.
Yeah, so I guess the therapist said to record these fights. So they're willingly knowing of it.
It feels safe. So don't argue with me when I say it now.
I'm not arguing with you.
Oh, yeah, but you had to pick it apart.
You thought critically for 1 second.
I loved you and you're my wife? I wanted you to be my wife? That's picking it apart?
No.
Then how did I pick it apart?
He's very calm.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight about a fight. I want to fight about the semantics. I want to
How come when I come up with a point, you can't answer it? You don't want, or suddenly you don't want to answer it?
What am I not answering? Because I don't want to fight about this new thing? No, I don't want to.
She doesn't want to fight about new things.
About this other thing.
She doesn't want to fight about old things. She wants to fight about her things.
The things she wants to fight about.
And as a man, Johnny Depp should know that the things she wants to fight about are the only things worth fighting about. And you have to win the fight by convincing her she won. That's the only way to win this, Johnny Depp. I got to coach all the celebrities on how to fucking better gaslight.
You wanted the safety and security, and you stopped me, you interrupted me, and then you said, what? Because because I wanted to have you as my...
I didn't interrupt you. You asked me, right? You said, right?
I meant you interjected. I meant you said. You said. How about that? See, now, is this better? I answered you. I addressed what you're saying. Now, can we please not fight about that?
And I said, because I love you.
You said loved.
You said loved, not loved.
I don't
You
think
said
he
loved
did.
in the
I think
past
he
tense.
said present tense. Unless they were talking, like, if they were talking about why they got married, it would be appropriate for him to say, well, I married you because I loved you. You know, if he's talking about past tense.
Past tense, if I used loved.
See, now he's explaining it the exact same way I just did. Either she's just dumb or she's pretending not to understand to keep the fight
She's
going.
trying to exhaust him.
He's an older guy.
She wins by exhausting
She wins by
him.
running in circles on this.
That's
and
why
tiring
he
him out.
wins. He wins by not trying to win, but trying to get her to think she won. It's the only way he wins.
So she's 35 and he's 58 right now.
When I'm 58, I'm going to break all the little 35-year-old
Try.
celebrity movie stars.
Let's both try.
Poop.
There's
Thank you, Vic Soul, for getting us
anger.
on the board tonight. $5 hauler.
Something fucking really, really fucking poking us in the ass. Let's.
Well, when they got married, she was still in her 20s. Because they got married 2015, divorced 2017. It didn't last long.
Try not to fucking fight. Try to address it without jumping down each other's throats, because all that's going to do is build a mountain of fucking resentment, some species of fucking hatred within the love, and totally fucking mistrust, because you say you don't trust me, you don't trust me. I get it, okay. I'm flake, I'm a this, I'm a that.
I didn't
All
say
right.
as a person. It was speaking.
See, she's trying to even turn his reasonable commentary into an argument.
Yeah.
Like he's giving her some ground here, and she's like, I didn't say that. It's like, okay, shut up.
That's not how women argue.
I don't trust the marriage. I don't trust you. I don't feel safe with it because you always fucking bail on it.
Uh-oh.
The driver updater. What the fuck is this?
You know,
I want the trust back. You can deflect all you want, say it's my fault, say how dare I get angry at you ever, whatever. I'm telling you. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what.
And
the
sometimes
thing
I
is.
don't.
She doesn't want to hear it.
wanna
She wants to
fucking be
feel
there
it.
and
That's
go
the
through
problem.
shit. I don't, man. I don't.
She said at the very beginning that she wanted promises.
I don't want to, because I don't want
But
to.
she doesn't want to hear the promises. She wants to feel
fight.
like
it doesn't
she's
have to be one.
there.
It's not like I'm saying, hey, choose fight.
You're
just
bringing
said I
fight to
get
the
mad,
table.
I'm
though.
gonna scream.
Three ways.
I didn't say that's always the case. I said,
There we go. 3 ways to play with our first dono of the night. Thank you so much.
yeah.
That was the second dono.
Oh, was it the second? I
Yeah.
missed the first one. My bad.
I audibly remarked on the first one just moments ago.
I missed it.
So now
Sorry.
we need a
Just said
third
boo.
one.
That's it.
If we get a third one, Smarty can say thank you for the first dono of the night.
Okay.
I'll do that.
believe
Thank you for the
Don't
first dono.
fucking be
Also,
me.
Wait till
Benjamin,
the
I
third
left
one.
something in the chat. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Uh-oh.
What was it?
Uh-oh.
Chesh is good to do a run-in if you're fine with her doing a run-in.
Are you booking the show now, Smarty?
Yeah, I think
I'm
he
asking
is, yeah.
you if it's okay for me. I'm asking. I'm gonna stay out of this, but
Here and insult
It's
me.
dangerous to bring Chesh in because she will only back up everything I've been saying.
That I'm the tyrant and the bully and at the same time the guy that runs away and
you run away every single fight.
Okay, so I mean, then what are you?
I'm not
doing
lying
with me?
about it.
Then what are you doing with me?
No, I didn't. All I did was ask you if this happened before or after the secret recording.
I already answered that. We went through this conversation literally 5 minutes ago. I answered this already 5 minutes ago.
You just said to me that I shouldn't be with
Smarty, this is the first donation according to you.
Oh shit! I missed it. I was about to say.
Yeah, the
something.
donation says that PayPal is not working. People are using credit cards. So that's interesting.
Really?
Thank you, everybody who's been
interesting.
Making their way around. Sorry to anybody
Is
who tried to make
PayPal
a
down in general? Or?
I don't think so.
Well, that's
Thank you
not
for
good.
the donation. We are not tech support, so unfortunately we can't.
Which is what you make me sound like I'm like constantly on you, making you feel bad. That's because that's what I do. And then you ignore everything. You take me for granted. You're ignoring everything that I do for you. You make me sound terrible. You talk about me in a terrible way. You do not fight for me, and then you want to sit here and
PayPal is down right now. Down Detector is reporting PayPal down.
Damn.
Like when something clearly isn't working, I always type in like YouTube down or Twitter down, and it's usually right. Like because people report it like crazy. Like hundreds of thousands of people will report it like immediately. I'll tell you what, Chesh. I'll bring you in when we play the actual testimony.
and make me sound so
What do you mean
terrible
they
to be
don't
around.
fight for you?
You
What's
don't. Everything I've already explained.
Because we're gonna go over Johnny Depp's actual the actual testimony.
No,
10 minutes
No,
before.
fight for you. I don't understand. What does
You
that mean?
never
He is
ever
calm as a
do the
Hindu
work,
cow right now.
Put in the work. If we're arguing about something, you don't ever try to get to the bottom of it, figure out, make the peace. You want to make it easy on you, so you split. You don't fight for me. You don't fight when there's a problem. You don't come to me. You don't make peace with me. You never extend an olive branch. You're never the bigger guy. You're never the one that's like, okay, I'm going to put my own feelings aside for a second and say,
There you
this
go.
is bigger than us. Let's stop fighting.
There you
never
go.
are the one to come and knock on my door. You take me for granted.
It's not true. It's not true.
Either he's just normally calm or he's like on opioids or something.
Well, he's got to be calm. He's looked at as the aggressor in all these situations because he's the male. He's the elder. He has to remain cool.
That's why people assumed guilt immediately.
Not the one who fucking throws.
It's really a disservice to people who are actual victims of domestic violence when they're just made, when they're weaponized. It's a really big problem.
Nobody has problems if they date of age women.
She
equal
is
to
of
their
age.
Equal to their age. It's only a problem when you date young, pretty women. Date
That's not
old,
true.
fat ladies, and you'll be fine.
One does not negate the other. That's irrelevant. It's a complete non sequitur. Just because
Now we're
I've
getting
thrown
people
pots in
saying
the
PayPal
does
is
not
in
mean
town.
that You come
Okay.
and knock on the door. Just
It
because
lives.
there are vases does not mean that you come and knock on the door.
Really, I should just let you throw.
I'm not saying that. You're saying that. You're putting words in my mouth and then making
I'm
non sequiturs.
I'm giving you a situation.
No, you're trying to justify how you don't or do come to the door
No,
based
I'm
on
ju-
whether I throw
justifying.
pots of hand. It's irrelevant.
No, I'm justifying how you seem to think that there's this cowardice in me that runs away and I don't fight for you.
And you're justifying that by saying I throw pots and pans? Okay, cool. Let's
No.
talk about everything you do wrong.
I'm not the one who.
Oh,
fucking
now it's the tit for tat. She didn't deny that she throws
Here we
shit
go.
too.
Did that? I don't fucking. I didn't.
So that makes sense. That's clear. Yeah.
The only time I ever threw anything at you was when you fucking
are you-
threw
Here
the
it
cans at
comes.
me in Australia.
Why are you trying to
Wait, I'm sorry,
justify
through the what?
who throws
The cans
things?
in Australia?
In Australia.
Okay, for some reason I thought there was a bit of a disconnect or a lag on my end, and I thought he said when you threw the cat at me, and I was like, I want to fight Amber Heard for throwing a
The
cat.
cans, I think he said, like they're international fighters. They're fighting in Canada. They're fighting in Australia. They're
I
everywhere.
love that. When I get in a fight with my girls, I'm like, yeah, the time I fucking threw the cup at you at Olive Garden, they'll go all the way to Australia.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're globetrotters.
If I wanted to try and be on their level, I'd be throwing a fucking jar at her at the Outback Steakhouse.
Basically, whether or not you
That's
come
close I
knocking
can
on
get.
the door. And don't
Because
get
that
why
is a
one
fucking
informs the other.
irrational
Especially
and
in Outback, no
violent
rules, just
fucking
right.
maneuver.
How
So
does
a
one
man would
inform
want
the
to
other?
get out of that area so that he doesn't get so fucking angry that he actually does pop the fucking wife.
How does
Oh.
one inform the other?
Man takes a wife.
Go home and listen to the tape. Please. That's what they're for.
And then he split.
You listen to the fucking tape.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm gonna listen to this tape and jerk my cock.
You'll never fuck up. I know you want to live in a world where everyone just says yes to you and doesn't question you or criticize you ever. I know
Don't
you're
insult me like that, please.
But that's not the case. It's not why you're with me. I am honest with you. I'm sorry. You don't want to be held accountable. I get it.
I'm
No
not
one
sure
really
you're so
does.
honest with me.
Oh.
That's your
Watching you live in front of Travis last night was really a
that's your
spectacle.
problem, and that's your whole thing that you've created. So I'm not gonna say
That's the whole thing you've created.
and go over
She said that's your problem and a thing you
for every
created.
fight we've had.
And
I'm
that
not gonna refight this fight. You have
sounds like
something you're holding on
gaslighting.
to about Travis. Fucking go fuck. You know, go do it. Go run away together. I don't know what you're fucking holding on to, but you have created that. I have no part of that. I don't know what you're fucking latched onto in your brain, what stray hairs
Wonder who
are
Travis
fucking
is.
commingled and tangled in your brain to make you think you've really figured some sort of thing out. But this is not
Is she saying he's gay with Travis Barker?
No.
you. It's like almost every fight I can pretty much guarantee you find something that you can like manipulate
Let's
and
ask
twist
Travis
into something.
tonight. If you
Yes,
told
why don't we
him,
invite Travis into our fucked up, broken ass, 3 fucking wheeled truck of a marriage? Why don't we crash it straight into the wall? Because no one knows us better than fucking Travis.
you're just afraid that the truth will come out.
What
Travis knows a lot.
What are you fucking talking about? I didn't fucking even have a fucking thing to lie about. What are you fucking talking about? Every fucking fight, there's a new thing that you've convinced yourself is a
No,
lie.
I said to you, Amber, tell Travis what you just did. Did you just fucking, did you punch me in the fucking jaw? Did you fucking kick? Did you? Did you? And you wouldn't say fucking, you said, I don't know what you're
so I
talking about.
lied.
Never fucking.
So, I from what I get from this, they're bringing up the witness to her punching him, and she's like, "Why bring Travis into this?" Is
She's
what
like, you just want to bring Travis into our
Why
marriage?
bring the person who saw this shit?
she made it seem like bring him into the bedroom.
She said in this fucked up marriage, let's just bring him in as the third wheel in our fucked up marriage.
See the
Never
lie.
fucking happened.
I see the lie. You really should run with this. In fact, maybe you and Travis can like go and like, you know, do a tell-all about what a
Hey,
what, you
stop.
know, an investigative
Stop with
study.
the attitude, right? Stop with the attitude.
Sorry.
You're getting all bunch.
Whatever you think happened with Travis, this wasn't
No.
a conversation.
Listen,
we
I
were
was not
fighting.
high.
I'm not going.
I was not
You
high.
lied. You're an asshole.
You were fucking full of shit. What
Lied, you
lie?
asshole.
When? What conversation did I have with Travis? Big investigative study you've done. I'm not sitting here
No,
fighting
I
with
was
you
She is
about
so
the-
annoying.
the fight that we
After
had
you
last
fucking
night.
got physical
She's got
violent.
nice teeth.
Yeah, she's very good looking. But her personality seems very. I mean, like I haven't met her, you know, and maybe she's delightful normally when she's not in a relationship like this, but this shows a very bad side of her.
I think everybody puts on a mask through the dating process, and they don't take the mask off until further and further into the relationship.
Yeah.
And then before long, the mask comes off, and you're not what the other person signed up for, but you're so knee deep that you're in a sunken cost fallacy. You don't want to let go.
That's why you just go 100% from the get go. You just fart in front of them. You know, like
Yeah, I have this thing
sit on
where
the toilet in front of them.
Whenever-
Just unload.
Yep.
whenever I get my first BJ, I just rip one with my ding dong in her mouth, and that's like baptism by fire.
Baptism by fire.
She'll know who I am.
With me, I texted Travis. I said, "Come up here," because
know.
I didn't want
Come and
anything to
say-
happen.
I mean, yeah.
He's coming up
Everyone
here.
like the stream, please. Give the stream a like.
Travis
Help
did
us
that.
out. We got a false strike from Joe Exotic that messed up the algorithm for us. Give us a like as a fuck you to Joe Exotic.
That was
Thank
the
you.
last
Got a
one.
judgment
You
from
can go,
some bitch in
you can
Oklahoma
go.
right now.
Uh-huh.
That was the last.
That was a
insult.
joke.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Exotic Lawyers, please don't
call
come
me a
after
liar,
DP again
yeah.
for my joke.
Yeah.
I watched you lie.
called me a liar.
I watched you lie. I heard it. I was right
Bullshit.
there.
There's no what. You still haven't told me what lie it is.
We'll talk
But
to-
yet every single fucking time.
We'll talk
You know
to
you do
Travis.
this every single fucking
We'll
time.
talk to Travis.
I'm not fucking talking to nobody.
No,
Fuck
because
that.
you
You go fucking jerk him off. I don't care. I really could care less. It's you every single
I
time.
refuse to talk to the person that I just brought up a little while ago.
Go jerk him off, why don't you? What? What? You want to stroke him till he climaxes?
Yeah.
You're talking about him awful lot.
Latch onto some sort of thing when I already told you. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. You still haven't even told me what it is. But run with it.
I have told you what it is.
No, you haven't.
I said to Travis, I said to you, hey, tell Travis what just happened. You
Oh,
can
you
care
told me
less.
to do it. You
Yeah.
told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just
And
happened.
I lied.
And that you punched me in the
You're right.
fucking thing. And
You figured
in the
it
face.
out.
And you said, no, fucking, no, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about?
So I feel like Johnny Depp is now getting irritated because this has been going on for a little while now too.
It's been going in
So
circles.
he's not at that like 0% calm level he was originally. Now it's starting to creep up.
And I watched you lie. And then
I
I
didn't punch you,
and
by
then
the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit
punched
you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. But
I didn't punch it. I just hit you.
you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights have been around a long time.
She's like, oh yeah, you know, you pussy. Like basically is what she's saying.
I know.
No, when you fucking have
Maybe he
close
told a bad joke about Jada Pinkett Smith and he deserved it.
fist.
You didn't get punched.
Yeah?
You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you.
You can't
I don't know
deck
what
me.
the motion of my
You can't
actual
deck me?
hand was, but you're
I didn't
fine.
punch
I did not
you,
hurt
but
you.
I
did
did
not
hit
punch
you.
I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your
I'm not
toes?
sitting here bitching
How are your
about it, am I?
toes?
You are.
Oh,
That's
you-
the difference
you
between
poor
me and
toes.
you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you start
You
physical
are
fights?
such a baby.
Because
bro.
you
By the way, I know why I was so traumatized by the Will Smith slap now.
Why?
It goes back to a traumatic experience I had in 2015.
Oh.
In London, in a subway tunnel, TJ Kirk made a bald joke at a very angry little bald British guy who assaulted him on the subway platform. The guy was like 5'3", and he's like up on his tiptoes trying to strangle TJ, and TJ's all drunk, like laughing his ass off, like trying to push the guy away, and we're all looking at each other like, should we just kick the shit out of this guy, or are we going to go to jail in another country, which is probably not a good idea.
What did he have to get on a step stool to strangle him?
It was crazy, and then some like
God.
bystanders like went and hit the emergency button, and the guy like ran away because the cops were about to come.
I like to think, and I have
Yeah,
no...
he said bald is beautiful. Someone just said it. Someone just said it in the chat. Yeah. And the dude's like, "What you fucking say to me,
This is a
mate?"
fucking
Like that.
shitster, I swear to God.
I like to think that that was an enjoyable moment for TJ.
He was kind of laughing when it was happening.
because you start
Johnny.
physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the
Because-
fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing.
You did the
know,
right
you
thing,
are
the big
admirable.
thing.
Every single time. What's your excuse when there's not a physical fight?
I question if he was trying to goat this response out of her.
You're still being admirable, right? Just by running away. And you can sit here and call me names, but you get called a name, and what do? That's the last insult. You're a baby. You're a hypocrite.
Whoa.
You don't do anything that you actually do. You expect from
Johnny,
people
split.
you can't give them.
Split, Johnny, now.
What are you doing with this?
Someone in the chat said, "Oh, they just ban you from the country." I don't want to be banned from the country either. I kind of like it there, and I'd like to be able to visit again if I want.
You'd like to visit and say bald is beautiful,
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
but not get the crap kicked out of him.
Yeah, it probably has.
I haven't even been able to have like a fight with you beyond in any real talking kind of speaking context in so long.
She's complaining about not being able to have had a fight with him in so long.
Yeah.
She's like, I haven't been able to have a real fight with you in so long.
Split. I feel like it's your first thing. And it's unnecessary. It's not always you're splitting because there's blows or because there's
yelling or anything. You split most times when I'm still speaking in this volume and nothing has been thrown or hit or anything. I know I can change certain things that are hurting you. But I know I can't blame myself entirely for going straight to the fucking finish line, the first sign of stress yesterday.
She can't blame her. She can't blame herself
blame
entirely.
myself. I went straight to the finish line.
For going straight to the finish line and beating the shit out of you. I can't
You're
blame
an old
myself
man.
entirely.
What can I say?
Some of it was you too.
It's been lately,
You're just so fun to punch. I can't help it.
since Australia, and I have been on the road with you. I haven't been working. I don't know what else I could fucking do.
Since Australia, we've been on our honeymoon and we had a great time other than the fact that we had a fight in the train, which was physical. But then we had a fight in San Francisco.
Oh, there's a new location.
I thought everything else was...
So we got
from Toronto.
We got Toronto, San Francisco, Australia. That's the 3 fighting spots so far, right?
That at least have been named at this point. And I'm guessing they live in LA more than likely.
They need a world tour for this.
Because when they were like, yeah. They could do like a West Coast tour. So they've got San Francisco and LA covered. They could do Portland and Seattle.
Since Australia.
No, the splitting.
Me splitting.
Like the lack of, I even said this in Australia. I feel like it was so good for so long. We talk about things. Remember we were allowed to have fights then. Remember we allowed ourselves to say, "Hey, you did this," or "You took." Remember we would even have a little argument, and it was.
We don't allow ourselves to have enough fights.
What the fuck has changed? I can't figure it out, and I don't mean to criticize anything that you do, but it's so chronic with you the changes and the personality. It's like sometimes you get these clear months and you're this different person and it's wonderful, you're this, and then sometimes I'm like struggling to stay connected with you, struggling to have 5 minutes with you, struggling to connect with you, struggling to have my friendship with you, and I can't fight with you. It's like so
I'm struggling to connect and have friendship, and I can't even fight with you. That's not how you do connection and friendship.
No.
Do you not remember how different? You were so different. You allowed me to.
I allowed you to what?
And you were so present, and we were allowed to fight. We were not even fight. We had arguments. I mean, you've given me this time here on the couch, and it's amazing that we can actually talk. But I never feel that safe. I constantly feel like you're about to fucking split, and I don't want to feel like that. You made me feel meaningless.
You threw me out of the room.
Yeah, why would you know that you're about to split? I mean, that's what I'm saying. You
I wasn't
always
about to split.
You always split, so that's... Why wouldn't... I mean, I do blame myself for my actions.
I was laying in bed watching television, man.
And you kicked me out, so I left. Yeah, you split. Exactly. But you kicked me out, man.
In bed watching television.
I fucked up last night. I'm not going to defend myself. But I also can't blame me going to the finish line, and that's always where you drive it.
Translation.
The luxury of us just being normal human couples. Like, as soon as you get mad, you take off on a train. It's something because it's chemical, it's strong.
No.
It's one day you were different.
It's the same.
And it hasn't been back.
It's the same changes that are happening in you. It's exactly the same. Huh?
Everything wish that was the case.
That is the case.
I have always allowed you to fuck up and be a human. I've always been able to have a communication with you. The difference is you make it so we cannot even communicate at all if it's anything negative. You go, you take off on a train, you don't get off. You don't come back around. You don't honor when you say, I just want a few minutes or I want a little time, but I'll be back. You don't assuage the anxiety and the stress that gives me and makes things worse with me by saying, hey, we will. Remember, Keeper was like, you have to say, I will be back in this amount of time, more or less, and then actually honor it. You have to come back. So I said, oh my God, if he could do that, that would be great. And you never do it. You know, you don't ever honor that. You leave me with way more anxiety, stress, anger, and resentment.
Oh. See,
But
he's abusive. He leaves her with stress, anxiety, and anger.
And resentment.
And resentment. Yeah, come on, Johnny
How can
Depp.
he
Do
do
better.
that?
Do better. Do better.
How dare he?
Leave her shaking in a puddle of your mess. That's what she needs. That's what she really needs.
Chesh is here.
Good.
Run in.
Yo, Billy ain't wrong.
Exactly. We needed you here for a woman's perspective, because right now,
Oh, boy.
we're just being abusive males.
Oh. Well, how dare you?
You've been following this case, huh?
I have been. I have watched highlights, and I'm watching actually the entire trial, and I am 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 11 hours in.
Okay. Where do
It's
you
a lot.
stand? Where do you stand? You think Amber Heard is just a little angel and can do no wrong?
No, she's a total bitch. But there's
Yeah.
a different. The question is a little bit less to me about whether or not who's a good person, because I think about who was abusing who to what degree, right? Like Amber admits to hitting him. He got his finger cut off. There's the whole he shit on the bed thing. There's a giant Reddit put together this whole thing comparing the pictures of the damage that Johnny Depp supposedly did in the apartment. There's the police footage, body cam footage, there's the security cam stuff, there's the text messages, there's so much working against Amber Heard. But that's not what the trial's about. This isn't a criminal trial. This is a libel defamation trial. And what is it? Libel and slander.
Yeah.
So the question is does the things that have to get proved is Johnny Depp has to prove that he lost damages. So
Yeah.
money, jobs, work.
Didn't he get kicked off for
reputation,
the
yada, yada,
pirate
yada.
sequel?
Yeah, he did.
And also, Fantastic Beasts would be another one.
Grindelwald, yeah.
I feel like a lot of what this is about, because he doesn't need the money,
It's about character.
It's going to be on the record, too. It's about putting this out on public record. So they'll talk about stuff that doesn't even necessarily pertain directly to monetary damages, just to get it all out there.
Yeah, he has to do damages. He has to prove that to win his case. Now, he might not care about the winnings in that case, but to get the defamation, he has to prove she's purposefully lying to harm him. And then she needs to prove that he did it. He doesn't have to prove he didn't. She has to prove she's not lying and that what she's saying is true, because that's what destroys any kind of defamation case. If it's the truth, you can't be in trouble for talking about it, right? Unless you have an NDA, which is a whole nother thing, which they came with their divorce, which is a different issue.
What was her claim originally that got him canceled in the first place?
That he beat her up, that he threw I think a phone, and that he hit her. That's what she had said.
And do we have
if
any
you notice,
proof of that?
There's pictures of her with a slight bruise under her eye.
That doesn't
but
mean he
that's
did it.
It's also in question that it's not makeup art, because people have examined some of the pictures, and there's security footage, witness testimony, and multiple pictures where it looks like there's makeup running on her face. There's also pictures of her not having it, and witness testimony of her not having it at the same time around the same time that the pictures were taken where she does have it. So there's a whole ton of analysis that has gone on with this. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting reports that he does need money. He's not getting work, and he's spent wildly. I guess he might have invested big in Beanie Babies. So he needs
He
some
got
cash.
a little Captain Jack beanie baby.
Yeah, a little Captain Jack, a little Captain Morgan.
He spent Pirates merchandise.
It makes a difference. I wasn't being attacked.
I'm not. I'm not. I have not attacked you any different. I haven't changed. I've not attacked you any different. I never
Any different. I'm still attacking you though.
Not any different, though. You should expect it.
I I never attacked you.
You should
just
stop
'cause I
running
don't-
away when I try to hit you.
Yeah, if a woman hits you before you get married and you get married, she's allowed to hit you that way for the rest of your life. Like, you knew what you were getting into.
You did. It's not an attack.
It becomes
baby.
verbally insulting. It becomes all kinds of shit. It becomes like right at the get-go, yeah.
He said something about the gecko?
The Geico gecko.
Gotta bring it back the Geico gecko.
15 minutes or more.
God forbid I have a problem with something you do. We're gonna be in this
Say
situation.
it
Are you ready
nice.
for it?
Say it nice, man.
What if I'm
Say
hurt?
it
Am I not
nice.
allowed to be hurt and be human? That's
Say it
the thing.
All right, so we've been listening to enough of this. We can move on to let's listen to his actual testimony.
The People's Court.
I'll get to the part.
Sic semper tyrannis. Was it Judge Judy?
Isn't that what fucking... I was gonna say, isn't that what fucking John Wilkes Booth said before he shot Lincoln?
I think so.
YOLO.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Can you please tell the jury why you're here today?
Fucking yikes.
It's actually Yoslo. You only shoot Lincoln once.
About 6 years ago, Miss Heard made some quite heinous and disturbing, brought these disturbing criminal acts against me that were not based in any species of truth.
This is the second time they use species to
Yeah, I don't know.
refer to something that's not a species, right? I think Amber Heard used species earlier in the argument, in one of the taped arguments.
I could have summed this up way quicker than how he just did it and used better words that actually make sense.
Well, that
species, I don't know,
that really comes from a different species of truth. I think, Ben.
It was a complete shock that it just didn't need to go
I feel like Mickey Rourke is going to play him in the movie about this.
that direction.
Shit.
Mickey Rourke is like Johnny Depp with botched plastic surgery.
No, Mickey Rourke is like, you've seen the movie Looper, right?
Yep.
Mickey Rourke is Johnny Depp, but in the future.
Looped. Machete is Johnny Depp from the
Nothing
future.
of the kind had ever happened.
Machete.
No, Machete is Mickey Rourke in the
Relationship.
Mickey
Oh, no,
Rourke's
yeah.
future.
Argue in the comment
there were-
section. Who do you think would play the best Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
All three.
Arguments and things of that nature, but never did I myself reach the point of striking Miss Heard in any way, nor have I ever
Holy
struck
shit. Okay.
I simply threw one cat at her.
in my life.
One cat.
Could drive a fucking Mack truck through the gaps in his speech.
I know. What is
he's
this?
talking real slow.
Oh my god.
Should I speed him up?
No, we're not gonna give him the Brett
Yeah,
Keane
give him the
treatment.
Brett Keane treatment.
Oh
right
no, we
What
can't
I-
do that.
From what I've heard, he as he gets going and starts getting asked questions, he gets a little bit better. But initially, he has a hard time.
Yeah, he's just getting in the mood right now.
At the time,
Excuse me, Your Honor. What's
setting
my
up to-
motivation?
He's setting up
you're,
to dunk
you're
on his
defending
ex.
your character.
because the
Which one?
news of this
Oh.
her accusations had sort of permeated the industry and then made its way through media and social media, became quite a global.
Ben, I thought you slowed it down for a second.
No.
No, I know.
Oh no.
Let's say, quote unquote, fact, if you will.
What
And
sort of species of fact?
Since I knew that there was no truth to
Amphibian.
it whatsoever,
Pre-Cambrian.
Yeah, is an amphib? That's
my
a
responsibility.
It's not
That's
a
how
fact.
long his speech is going on.
total little amphib.
to stand up not only for myself, in that instance, but stand up for my children, who at the time were 14 and 16. And so they were in high school, and I thought it was diabolical that my children would have to go to school and have their friends or people in the school approach them with the infamous People magazine cover with Miss Heard with a dark bruise on her face.
So now he's saying his kids were harassed at school because
Damn, could you imagine having that sort of privilege where you get bullied at school with pictures of People magazine? Fuck, that's dope.
I don't know if that's a positive privilege necessarily.
How privileged you have to be where people come to school with you, like your dad's wife with a black eye on a fucking People magazine,
I don't
like,
think-
ha 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 ha, your dad beats Amber Heard.
I have not seen
fucked
I haven't seen any other pictures beside this one with a cut on her face. And because this is a People magazine photo shoot, it has to be photoshopped. And it has to be like, what did People magazine show up at her door the next day to take these pictures? Like, no, they had to recreate it, right? So it's
They had a
come on.
makeup artist on standby to get this shit ready.
I remember.
mean,
I remember when I was in school, it was elementary school, and there was this kid named Small Mark, and I told Small Mark that I had a porno with his mom in it. He's like, fuck you, you don't have a porno with my mom in it? And I was like, no, Small Mark, I got a porno with your fucking mom in it. He's like, prove it. So the next day I ripped out a page of a Hustler, and just from the waist down, so you could just see the vagina. I'm like, this is your mom. And he cried. He believed me. He believed me. Small Mark cried.
And then that 6 foot tall
It's
kid
gotta be
ran
a
away.
hate crime.
It kept multiplying.
Yeah, why didn't he just deal with the argument? Why did he run away when you were calling him
split?
out?
And
Why'd
he split.
So it was
He
my
split.
responsibility, I felt, to not only attempt to clear my name for the sake of, well, for many reasons, but I wanted to clear my children of this horrid thing that they were having to read about their father which was untrue. And
Why is
also,
there a fucking
after many
hashtag in our chat right now? People are trying to get justice for Small Mark.
years of being in
Chill.
this, industry.
He grew up to be a very successful janitor.
At the time, it was probably,
Makes more than I do.
I'd probably been in the industry 30 plus years, 35 years. Never had any problems, anything like that. And I had met many people over the years, many of the people, and had the opportunity to talk to those people and to even give advice to these people. And
I still want to give him the Brett Keane treatment and speed him up.
Get on with it.
I'm going to speed him
You
up.
should speed him up. Do
Yep.
you guys think that he now regrets leaving his wife for like his model
100%.
wife for
100%.
like little girl Amber Heard, like crazy bitch?
He would have still had more money.
He would have
if he
had
wasn't
more money. He would have had probably a better marriage, even if they weren't like in passionate love in
He
the
would have
same
been.
way
He would have
anymore.
been doing the third fucking Fantastic Beasts movies, even though those movies are probably not great. He would have still been doing fucking Jack Sparrow shit.
Let me tell.
Sweeney Todd Part
Passion.
3.
Passion is a dangerous thing, kiddos.
Once you have a ton of money, though, all that's left is to lose it and try and make it back again. Like this is just a bump in
Well,
his
he's also
road.
supporting not just himself, right? He's supporting like the other people that are living in his penthouse, including, by the way, Amber Heard's sister.
Yikes.
So
my goal
there's
is the
that.
truth. My goal is the truth.
Get it.
Because it killed me that people that I had spoken with, that I had met with over the years,
So much better.
who maybe were in a not such a great position and they needed advice.
Check out my gaming
and I
channel,
gave them
games you love.
the best advice I could. All I could think of was that those people would think that I was a fraud and that I'd lied to them. And so I had to wait for my opportunity to address the charges.
So it is about the principal, obviously. He doesn't need. I don't know. I don't know how he's doing financially.
Well, he's doing a movie with. He did a role in a shitty Kevin Smith movie, right? But I think that was because his daughter was friends with Kevin Smith's daughter.
Yes, actually, yes. He was, yeah. So, I'm sort of a Kevin Smith stan here, so I remember the backstory of this. Essentially, Harley Quinn Smith was friends with Lily Rose Depp. They were extras in a movie, and somehow they got Johnny Depp to play Guy Lapointe, the Canadian detective in Tusk, which then led over to Yoga Hosers. And it was supposed to be in another movie as well, but that didn't happen.
Do you think Kevin Smith backed away from him after all this came out?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised.
I've seen most people who have known Johnny Depp ahead of time. I haven't seen any news of anyone distancing themselves from Johnny specifically. I've seen a lot of people distancing themselves from Amber. So I've
That
seen
makes sense.
there's like a lot of people that are testifying for Johnny. Two, that what Elon Musk is apparently one of Amber Heard's witnesses that she's bringing to court, who I don't know, at this point I'm kind of skeptical that he's going to show up, but I guess he was listed. But he has gone on record during interviews and he's been asked about this, and his response was, seems over dramatic bullshit to me. And it's like, are you what?
Weird.
He loves over dramatic bullshit, though.
So I felt the responsibility of clearing the
If
record
it's him.
as the only way that I could get to the point where I could speak has really taken this full 6 years, and it's been 6 years of trying times. It's very strange when one day you're Cinderella, so to speak, and then in 0.6 seconds you're Quasimodo.
That's good. That is good right there.
That's a
There's Cinderella, so to speak, and in 0.6 seconds. Very specific, 0.6 seconds. You're Quasimodo.
I was kind of brought back to Ed Wood, that scene where he's like, God, I want to stop wearing women's underwear. I really do.
Hey, do you guys think that Amber Heard is like the Bridget Jones of Bridget Jones's Diary, and like one of them is like Elon Musk is Colin? Elon Musk is Colin
I don't think any of
Farrell,
us have seen
and-
Bridget Jones' Diary because we're adult men.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Bruh, you guys are missing out. You gotta watch that shit. It's horrendously hilarious.
Yeah, I guess one day I'll watch Bridget Jones's Diary from prison after having gone to jail for beating Amber Heard.
No. You're gonna watch Bridget Jones's Diary while you're having your first blowjob and farting.
With Amber Heard?
With Amber Heard, but then
Yes.
she's gonna turn it around on her. She's gonna convince you and bully you and hit you until you go down on her, and she's gonna queef in your face.
This is not going to happen.
This is gonna happen.
No, this
then
is
you go
some-
to jail. That's why
that's-
you're gonna beat her.
That's a Mary Sue situation. The Mary Sue situations don't exist in the real world. I'll do her like I did Small Mark.
Those people to believe that I had done them wrong or lied to them or that I was a fraud. I pride myself on honesty. I pride myself on truth. Truth is the only thing I'm interested in. Other lies will get you nowhere, but lies build upon lies and build upon lies. It's too much.
This is a fucking monologue.
I'm obsessed with the truth.
It is.
I've never seen somebody allowed to talk this much on the stand.
They were just like, why are you here? And he's been going on for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
He's literally unloading for his next great picture right now.
I want to see some art student who's studying to be an actor try to do this monologue as like their final project.
Their thesis project.
That'd be pretty good. I want to see a new movie franchise start with Johnny Depp and Will Smith as buddies.
Oh no.
And they just gotta like, I don't know, save the world 9 times.
Opportunity that
I want to
I've
watch
never
that.
Chris Rock is the one who got hit.
Speak about
Yeah,
this.
but these guys need their comebacks. Chris Rock doesn't need his comeback. Amber Heard doesn't need her comeback.
Case
Yeah, fair enough.
in full for the first time.
Mr. Depp, how do you feel about the intimate details of your life being aired in this process?
As a father, raising kids, when they were very, very little, it was important to me, very important to me, to try to shield my children as much as possible from looking at their father or their mom, for that matter, as novelties. I didn't want my children to experience hordes of paparazzis.
Joe and Johnny Depp are very similar because they're both actors playing the part of themselves.
He's just Johnny Depp is just living a bit like Joe is.
Yes.
Just
Very
a constant bit.
Person. So for me to come up here and stand before you, or sit before you all, and spill the truth.
Spill the truth, a species of the truth, I should say.
And,
the tea, if
it's
you will.
unfortunate that it's not only exposing for myself, it's exposing for my family, it's exposing for Miss Heard, it's exposing for, it never had to go in this direction. And so I can't say that I'm embarrassed because I know that I'm doing the
One of the things that happened is that a lot of these allegations on Depp came out right at the time when him and her were divorcing, right? So she got a temporary restraining order against her, and she dropped it right before it was going to go to court. They settled and then signed an NDA, right? So there was no need and this was 3 years ago now. Sure. There was no need for any of this to keep going, except Amber Heard couldn't keep her goddamn mouth shut. And so part of what they're arguing, or the defense is going to try to argue, is, and it came up in the opening statements, is that Amber wasn't necessary. Amber didn't name Johnny Depp in the Washington Post article, but the problem is she named a time frame, right? She said, I was thrust into the spotlight of abuse 2 years ago, which was when their divorce was happening. So there's no other possible person it could have been.
So she technically broke NDA.
It might have been
technically.
That's why they're in court, right?
It depends on how long the NDA was for. So this isn't to sue for the NDA. If the NDA was over 2 years, then the NDA might have been over by the time that she made that article. In which case, it goes into a defamation lawsuit, and then we have to deal with this stuff. It's possible that she broke it, but I doubt it. Otherwise, I think Johnny Depp's people would have jumped on it right away.
Sure. I was going to say, but if she let it slip, then she kind of broke NDA. But that's all up to time frame.
It certainly doesn't lend to her favor for like any kind of like good faith, which is probably what Johnny Depp is going to bring up to prove, or his team is, if they're smart, will probably bring up as a point towards it was malicious. Like as soon as the NDA was over, she immediately started talking shit.
Right thing.
Now, Mr. Depp, I'd like to turn a bit to your upbringing. We heard a bit from your sister Christy last week, but can you please tell the jury in your own words about your childhood upbringing?
I had a very...
I feel so bad for his sister.
So
she
why
seems
are
like
they...
such a sweet person, but the defense was terrible to her. And yeah, when they were asking her when the witness, like when Johnny Depp's side was asking her questions, they interrupted like every single chance they could to get anything they possibly could struck.
What the fuck?
And
I don't
then
know why
when
this is happening. Sorry.
Update that shit, Ben.
Go ahead.
Then when the cross-examination went by, they just kept trying to like, it was on the edge of where I would start being like, you're just badgering the witness now, where they would ask her the same question 3 or 4 times, not even worded differently, to try to get her to be like, Johnny was doing cocaine. But they already got him on alcohol and on prescription drugs. I think they just wanted cocaine because it sounds worse, and they want to associate that, hey, if you do drugs, you're also you're also like violent, which is not how that works.
Like make that leap or whatever the fuck.
There is a one bit 7 hours and 5-ish minutes in, like it's near the end of the first day trial. There is one bit of inference that I was like, wow, bro, really? Where they basically asked her, she was texting with Amber, like sister, and she asked, so where, okay, cool. Like, so, okay, where are the kids? And so they're saying, so you were concerned about the kids? And she's like, I mean, not in that way. They told me that they were out, so I was just wondering where they dropped the kids off. And they were trying to say, oh, but you were concerned about the kids because of Johnny's drug abuse. And she's like, no. And it's like, asking, oh, it's cool, where are the kids? Is like a super normal text. Like, not weird at all. And they were trying to infer that he was doing drugs and that the sister was concerned for the kids' safety, which is why she asked. And I'm like, listen, there's a line where you've jumped way too far in inference here, in my opinion.
So why are they bringing up his childhood in all this?
Probably for sympathy. Is this a jury trial, by the way? Is there a jury?
It's a jury trial, but the
Okay.
defenses, the accusers, Johnny Depp's team isn't the only one that have brought up childhood stuff.
Sure, they will.
The defense brought it up too. So it's one of those things where they're basically trying to demonstrate that, like, well, Johnny Depp's dad or mom was abusive, therefore Johnny Depp is probably abusive. And the other side is saying he's already suffered this and it didn't come out that way.
With the jury trial, they'll bring up more like emotional type arguments than they would if a judge is making the decision.
That's why they're trying to argue for cocaine, because because cocaine sounds worse than alcohol to a lot of people.
Yeah, they're trying to influence 12 voters.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna lie. I would, if I was on the jury, I would have been head in hands, just groaning, listening to this defense be the most repetitive, asinine, goddamn questions I have ever heard in my life, and I would have been kicked out of that court so goddamn fast.
One that I thought was normal until a certain age. My mother, I was born in Kentucky, and then we moved around quite a lot.
Everybody born in Kentucky had a horrible childhood.
So you were always just, my mom had this, her feet were on
Mitch
fire. She had to
McConnell.
move, so we moved constantly. So you were always the new kid. And that wasn't ever particularly pleasant. Then we moved to Florida, South Florida, when I was about 7 or 8.
Yes, it was Florida.
And again, moved several times. But my mother was quite unpredictable.
I think he was going to say obese, and he was going to go into the entire story of who's eating Gilbert Grape.
He's gonna do there's gonna be a comparison, a contrast, or a comparison between his mother and Amber Heard.
I told you guys, marry your mothers.
You're
She had
basically
the
a
ability
Freudian.
To be as cruel as anyone can be. With all of us.
I had a Freudian
my
split.
Sister Christy and my brother Danny and my sister Debbie, and also my father. So,
I can't believe this is sped up.
Essentially, she was she could become
Bring
quite
it to
violent,
2 times, Benjamin.
And she was quite violent, and she was quite
Just
cruel.
to see what will
and she-
happen. No, I'm kidding.
At this speed, it makes him look like he's on coke.
There was physical abuse, certainly, which could be in the form of an ashtray being flung at you, it hits you in the head, or you get beat with a high heel shoe, or a telephone, or whatever's handy.
Whoa, telephone!
Now I'm getting a boner.
So, in our house, there was
I had,
no.
I had a shoe thrown at me once. It was pretty funny.
Was it a big shoe?
Was it in the Middle East?
Yes and no. It was a very large shoe, but no, it was not in the Middle East.
Yeah, that's like the ultimate insult. That's why when George Bush went to Iraq and the guy threw shoes at him, but George Bush had reflexes like a fucking cat. Like,
Yeah, because he was a cheerleader.
Intense
And
cat-like
CIA.
reflexes.
Have you guys ever heard about the Pi and Jean Chrétien?
No.
No, go on. Elaborate.
Jean Chrétien was the prime minister for quite a long time. I'm pretty sure he was liberal, but I'm not 100% sure. In Canada, he was prime minister.
Okay.
And during like not a meet and greet, but like a walk by, and there were people all gathered, somebody threw a pie at him, but tried to like face pie him, like as in hold the pie there. And so he grabbed the guy and basically choked it, like got him in a choke out hold. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure he won that election.
Yeah, I do that too to somebody trying to waste a pie.
Type of
Right?
safety or security.
Safety or security. You see, for my mother used
The
to
only thing
throw
that one could
ashtrays
do,
at me,
really,
made me very strong and beautiful.
was to try to stay out of the
I
line
became
of fire.
21 Jump Street.
I started to be able to observe, and
Should
I
have
could
stayed
see-
with
I
your
could start to see when
longtime
she
wife
was
and not gone with a crazy puss boy.
That's no fun.
about to
Yeah, this
head
looks
into
fun.
He's doing all right.
This part does not look fun.
He's got a new show on the Long Crime Channel.
Their marriage was so
gotta-
short. It's
would head into
lost all
a
of his
situation where
big-time
she was going to
bookings.
get riled up, and somebody was going to get it. Generally, it was me.
Damn.
He was the
You mentioned that
whipping
your mother
boy.
could be cruel. How could she be cruel?
Damn.
Well, the various categories, I suppose, there's physical violence, of course. There's physical abuse.
categories.
There's
Showing
categories.
That was just a constant, you know. We were all
What
somewhat
species of abuse are we talking about here?
No, that's what he's explaining.
Oh.
Apparently, all of them.
I think it's an avian
She just walked past.
species.
You'd sort of shield yourself because you didn't know what was going to happen. Excuse me. And
You sort of jerk
so
off
the
sky
physical
dicks
abuse
because you know what was going to happen.
a constant. There was quite a lot of verbal abuse. There was quite a lot of name calling and bullying. You know, making fun of
Small
whatever
Mark's mom.
defect, you know, one might have. You know, my brother
A
wore
lot of
glasses.
talking about splitting. I don't understand.
Probably a BPD
You think
thing.
his mom brought that up too? Why are you
course he
splitting on me, Johnny?
Yeah, don't
Johnny
split.
Boy.
And,
Don't
yeah,
split
his
on
teeth
me.
were
Don't walk
Johnny
away when I
Depp is
hit
just a
you.
more attractive, intelligent Christian.
What?
I
Shut your listen. Okay, hold on.
He was
For
like,
the
shut
past-
your gun.
For the past few, for the past like week and a half, I've been going through the documentary series again, and like, I don't know why that phrase just activated me.
Everyone watching right now, please give the stream a like. Let's get to 200 likes. It's not that many away. Subscribe too if you're not subscribed already. That is free.
Yeah, all subscribers get learn how to pee standing up.
as well. My sister Christy.
Well, I liked it. I better be able to. Like,
Relax.
By
This
the
is
time
such a-
I've done this stream today.
Hell yeah.
Already can.
A hideous psychological play. My father's parents were quite.
So this went on for a really long time. This video, which I don't even think this is the whole thing.
No, not
this
at
is
all.
an hour and 2 minutes here.
Yeah, Chesh was referencing something at 7 hours and 5 minutes
Well, I think
earlier.
she's talking about the whole trial.
Oh.
No. The
Oh, is
first
it?
day was
The
the
first
first day is
day.
7 hours. The second day is 8.
Yeah.
And we're on day 4. I mean, I could probably quick look and see how long
Jess,
the other
you
one
are
was.
a trooper for going through this.
Well, I'm talking about it, so I'm on a new show now. Like,
yeah.
you guys know what happened.
I've been keeping up. I've been
Talked
keeping up.
about it. Yeah. So, I have a new show I'm working on called Thought Project, and we've been covering this a little bit. We did a little talk about it before the trial went live, and then we just touched on it last week because we were busy talking about Elon Musk. But I think once the trial is over, we're gonna do like an order of events of
Like a
okay, like.
timeline?
Yeah, like this is what happened. Here's what this said. This is the person. Here's who's that person's related to. This is the questions
Sure.
they were asked. And do like a whole, and then no matter.
Was that a
which way
blowjob
it goes-
reference?
Yeah.
Cheshire Vic, I want to once again let everybody know who's asking who this voice is. This is Cheshire
Well,
Vic.
if she would have been on camera, everybody would have
Yeah,
known.
she's the
I
mother.
am on camera.
I don't see you. Oh, is she now? She
I've been
wasn't.
the
at-
whole time.
I don't see her. I don't see
wow.
her. Do you see her?
Broken.
She's-
I've been here the whole time.
I can't see her. Let me leave the call and come back because it's not coming up.
I'll
on my
explain.
end.
I'll explain.
Hold on a second.
To those of you
Oh.
that don't know, because we don't have a camera for Cheshire Vic.
We'll get her in just a second.
For those of you that don't know,
Literal job.
she's the mother
There
of
we go.
Small
Now I
Mark.
can see.
She's the mother of my childhood classmate, Small Mark, and I have a photograph of her. The same photograph I showed Small Mark and made him cry. This is Cheshire Vic.
Can confirm. I was there.
Does it say ass and tits on
Ass, titties, ass, and titties.
Yeah, it's
So-
gonna make Small Mark cry.
What should we do more of this or move on to the next thing?
Now that we have Chesh on camera.
I feel like you should just jump it forward because
Okay.
the beginning of both his and
I've
the
been literally
sisters
waiting.
are a whole lot of like what their childhood was like. So if you jump forward, you can probably get to like the short form questions.
Now I'm
I've
halfway
been literally
through.
waiting for him to say, "Check out my gaming channel, games you love." So let's get
Yeah.
the ball rolling a little bit.
Oh man, like I got this cute little Bulbasaur.
And say, if you understand the repercussions of something, then you won't go there. So maybe think about this as opposed to this. Give this some thought, you know. But that will clearly, that could kill you. So
it could clearly kill
I
you.
would ease them away from things of that nature with a more of a conversation as opposed to a a flat out "don't you ever do that again" and threats and things of that nature. I did not raise my children that way.
Oh.
Nor did Vanessa. We never raised our voices in front of our children ever.
How do you think your experiences with your parents in your childhood affected your approach to your
Should I go
relationship
forward
with
more?
No, I think you're getting to like the
I'm
one-to-one
sorry.
questions.
Okay.
One more time.
How did your experiences observing your parents as a child affect your approach to your relationship with Miss Heard?
Well,
If he goes on
beginning of
for
my-
like longer than 30 seconds, I'd say jump it ahead again.
my relationship with Miss Heard. There was, from what I recall and what I remember, she
kept bringing around this guy named
she
Small
was-
Mark.
She was too good to be true. She was attentive. She was loving. She was smart. She was kind. She was funny. She was understanding. She
Was lying.
and we had many things in common, certain blues music and music, literature, things of that nature. So
My wife is only 5 years older than my oldest child. It was great. They got along famously.
year and a half. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was like they had a fling that was intoxicating to them, and then it got serious, and then shit hit the fan. Like that's what it sounds like. He said they had a good year.
The things that I don't know stuck in my head that I noticed that I thought might be a little bit of a dilemma at some point. For example, I worked quite a lot, and when I would come home from work, I would come in the house or the hotel, and she would sit me down on the couch and give me a glass of wine and take my boots off, set them to the side, and I'd never experienced anything like that in my life.
Weird, but whatever you're into, I guess.
She's never experienced someone taking his shoes and boots off?
Yeah, like being waited on like that, I guess.
He hasn't experienced that?
You know, he doesn't even watch his own movies, too. Did you know that? He does not watch his movies.
None of them?
None of
I
them.
could strangely see that.
I thought that he watched some of the Pirates ones and the more kid-friendly ones because the reason he was doing them was for his kids.
I don't know.
So
I remember probably like in the 2010s, he was promoting one of the Pirates movies. He was on a late night talk show. I think it might have
Yeah.
been David Letterman, and he said he never watches his movies. I
you
don't know.
guys have got to watch some interviews with Bruce Willis. You will die.
Well, it's sad now because he's got like a form of he's got like a
aphasia,
cognitive
right?
decline. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, are we supposed to?
Yeah,
it's
he's
no longer cool to
has-
laugh at Bruce Willis, guys.
Yeah.
He has something called aphasia, I think is what it is now.
Yeah, like he's
Well,
losing
okay,
his ability to
well-
like form thoughts and that kind of shit.
He has some species of aphasia,
I've
yeah.
experienced that before, and it became a regular thing that she did. This kind of
But I
routine.
am all for
remember
making
one
fun
night
of
I came
people
home
with
from work,
diseases or
and
mental
she was on the
illnesses and
phone or
stuff.
something, or busy. She was doing something, and so I sat down on the couch and I took my boots off, and
I thought she took the boots off.
suddenly Miss Heard approached.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I remembered it pretty well. It was 2009, not 2010, and
out for Small Mark.
And he said it.
An appearance in relationship with David Letterman in 2009, Depp finally revealed why he doesn't see his films. Now, why doesn't he see his films? Johnny Depp has been in at least 81 movies so far, all of which he hasn't seen. It's not that surprising coming from someone who once said he didn't like Hollywood. On his first interview with Entertainment Tonight in 1988, a 24-year-old Depp was asked if he liked Hollywood, and his answer was a solid no. Then why'd you join the Hollywood Vampires? But he
Yeah.
did talk about his experience starring in the series 21 Jump Street and working with director Oliver Stone in the 1986 film Platoon. Now at 58.
Well, yeah, and here's the reason.
Okay.
He on David Letterman, he doesn't see his films. Was it say?
In a way, you know, once my job is done on the film, explained the Sweeney Todd actor, it's really none of my business. He laughed a little as the audience did, but immediately returned to his serious look.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I don't know if he sees them now, maybe, but
This look on her face.
he's just not interested in seeing his own movies.
What did you just do?
What did you just do?
So, what do you mean?
What did you just do?
You took your boots off.
Oh, shit.
I said, yeah, yes, I did. You were busy, you know. No,
No.
that's my job. That's what I do. You don't do that. I do that. Okay, all right then.
Oh.
And then she said, let me get you a glass of wine. And
Okay.
she brought me the glass of wine. But I did take pause, of course.
So this is what Amber Heard was doing? Like, you don't get to take your own shoes off. It was like a weird control thing. It wasn't service. It was, you're my little man doll. I dress you and undress you.
Well.
What do you mean, well?
Dominant stuff.
Yeah, he just needs to break
no.
He just needs to break her. He needs to kick up his boots on the fucking the hassock or whatever the hell they have in their house. Say,
When she
"Hun,"
shits on the bed, he needs to rub her nose in
exactly.
it.
Say, babe, we got a problem here. We got a problem here, babe. I tracked mud on the hassock. Why are my boots still on? And then she'll run out and she'll go, I'm sorry, Johnny Depp. And she'll pull the boots off and she'll lick the mud off the hassock.
When he takes his boots off, instead of being like, well, you were busy, so, well, you didn't get to me in time and we're prioritizing something else, so bring me the wine and bend over and then use her as a wine, like, to hold the wine on her ass.
Exactly. I'm breaking the stem off the bottom of that goblet.
She was
I'm jamming it up her
shaking or
sphinx.
upset.
Get on those
That-
kegels.
I had broken her
That's so fucked up.
rules of routine. I thought that was
Where's your
strange.
mind going?
Once you notice something like
I don't
that,
want to even go
then
there.
you start to notice other little.
I don't need a wine glass. I'm going to have Amber Heard suck the bottom off of the champagne bottle.
And then
sipping
and then,
out of it,
within
upside
a
down.
Year and a half, she
Over a
had
nice
become
bowl of
this-
poutine
another
in
person.
Toronto.
Mr. Depp, we're going to talk
Oh,
about
to
Ms.
be
Heard in
fair,
a couple
poutine's
minutes, but I'd
real
like to
good.
first talk
It is
about
good.
your career in Hollywood. And so could you please tell the jury how you ended up acting in the first place?
I ended up acting by accident. I was a musician, and I moved out to Los Angeles with my band when I was 20 years old.
You can thank Wes Craven for this shit.
Yeah, yep. Nightmare on Elm
Legitimately.
Street.
Things that happened.
Or was to say, Wes Craven's
and,
daughter.
Okay, so who do we
saw
blame
him.
for Amber Heard then?
Amber Heard's parents.
Her parents?
I think
Yeah.
the
Parents, yeah.
the ghost
Did
of
you
Anna
guys see
Nicole
that-
Smith.
Did you guys see the text messages from Amber Heard's parents to Johnny Depp from when their
No.
divorce was happening?
No.
No. Or sorry, was it the?
Curious.
It was either oh, sorry, I can't remember if it was the divorce. Well, the divorce was going on, or it was like right when that article came out. Basically, it was a whole bunch of text messages of her dad and her mom texting loved him, how great he was, and how sorry they were for what Amber was doing.
I
to him.
did hear about that, actually.
I actually have one of the
I-
texts right now.
No problem.
The parents are saying, "Oh God, Johnny, we don't want her back. Please keep her.
Please
God,
keep her
no.
away from
Yeah,
us. Can
keep
you,
her away from us."
Like, can you put a padlock on the penthouse you gave her and leave her?
Yeah, light a small fire around the penthouse and walk away.
I remember I was filling out job
Don't do
applications,
that.
And then with a friend of mine who happens to be, he was an actor, less known then than he is now, Nicolas Cage. And I was filling out job applications at any video stores.
When
radio
was
stores,
Nicolas
anything.
Cage less known? That would have been
Then?
like pre-80s, wouldn't it?
It was like early 80s.
I would say.
Because his big
When
break,
did Nightmare?
Johnny Depp's real big break was
Leaving Las
21.
Vegas.
It was 21 Jump Street. That was like what made Johnny
No,
Depp.
that's right.
That was after he was
21
in
Jump Street. Oh, he did that Crybaby movie, which is hilarious.
John
If you haven't seen it,
Waters,
watch
early
it.
'90s.
Just to
And then he did
Rent
Nightmare
and,
on Elm Street.
Nick Cage said,
that's where I first heard of him.
He wasn't
Doesn't
even.
he get folded in half
wasn't-
on a bed?
He wasn't
No,
even.
he gets
hold on,
sucked
hold on,
into
hold
a
on,
bed
hold
and
on.
then blood just shoots out.
He wasn't even credited for Nightmare on Elm Street. He's not even credited for that. Yeah. It was just like he gets pulled into a bed and like all of his blood just like squirts out.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh, that fucking gave me literal like nightmares for a long
I said,
time.
I'll meet anybody. I'll do anything at this point. And so he sent me to his agent, Eileen Feldman.
Did we get to see their lawyers?
No, apparently not.
She sent me to read for a casting director named Annette Benson, who was casting a film called The Nightmare on Elm Street. And they brought me back to read for the director, Wes Craven. And I read for Wes Craven and somehow got the job. But I mean, I was by no means an actor. I didn't have any desire to be an actor. I was a musician. But the fact that these people were going to pay me what I found to be a ludicrous sum of money, which was it was kind of the SAG minimum. It was $1,284,
Ballin'.
which I'd never seen that kind of dough.
Back then, that was a lot of money. It doesn't sound too bad now, but back then, that was a pretty good amount of money.
Imagine with like inflation, what that would be.
Yeah. It was way more than what it is now, especially with our crazy out of control inflation now.
Before in my life. And so I suddenly, then I did some other couple of dumb movies because I still, in my mind, I was a musician and this was just a way to pay the rent, pay the bills, live.
So he did get a credited role in the Nightmare on.
I could have swore
Elm Street.
originally he wasn't credited, but I could be wrong.
He played the boyfriend of the lead girl, right?
Yeah.
So he would get credited with a role that big unless his contract said otherwise. Like Kathleen Turner didn't get credit for her role as Jessica Rabbit because she had another movie coming out so close to that date that she couldn't have her name on the movie. So like sometimes that happened, but that early in his career, I doubt he would be uncredited.
Suddenly I
There's
found
also
myself
like the whole
on that
a
road.
difference between like sometimes somebody ends up getting credited on like a re-release or like like the next time it comes out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember where I
placed
had
on that road
learned that.
as an actor.
I wonder if he ever watched that movie
Well, I think
because it
that's
was like his
another
first
film,
movie.
And then I was cast in a TV series called 21 Jump Street when I was 20.
Is he just reading his Wikipedia page as a defense?
No,
That's
I
what
think
he
they
has on the
asked him
monitor right there. It's his IMDb page.
That'd be hilarious. What other movies have you been in, Mr. Depp? That would have been struck down by the defense so damn fast.
It's about to read his height and also unknown facts about him on that IMDb page for the defense.
My favorite food is spaghetti,
Ooh.
but I like it a little bit weird. I like it with grape.
With what?
I am
With grapes?
I am 5'11", but for some reason my IMDb says I am 5'4".
It's fucked up.
IMDb never lies.
I know.
Were
Justice
casted
for
in
Johnny
Jump
Depp on his
Street.
height.
How did you enjoy acting during that time?
Actually, you know what might be
It was
good?
foreign
A
to me.
grape
It was
instead of
foreign
an
to me,
olive
but
with
I
like a
didn't-
spicy thing in it.
I didn't have any great ambition to be an actor. I'm a normally. I've always been quite a shy person. I've always been quite introverted, and so
That's why the evil succubus Amber Heard could sink her teeth into you. You
He
introvert.
does seem like he comes across as like a quiet guy who is generally generous. Like he brought his sister on board as a now she's like president of one of the companies that he owns. He bought this penthouse, but he bought like the whole thing, so it's got like 4 to 6 rooms, I think, if I remember the layout. And he like gave them to people. So like he let Amber Heard's sister live there. He let his buddy Isaac live there, who testified on the second day. And so he seems like the kind of guy who's like, I'm succeeding and I'm bringing the people around me with me to help me. And it seems like I think this is one of the reasons why you don't see a whole lot of people coming out and distancing themselves from Johnny, because like, the fuck did he even do?
Well, apparently he bludgeoned her with a wine glass.
Oh, no. He supposedly bludgeoned himself and cut his tip of his finger off. It was never that he bludgeoned her with a wine glass. It's a bottle of wine that they say was really, really big. But the security footage, when you see him, it's a normal size.
It wasn't a Balthazar? He didn't beat her with a Balthazar?
No, you know what? You guys remember when the images of Rihanna came out when Chris Brown beat the shit out of her?
Yes.
So the level of abuse that Amber Heard is describing is like that level of abuse. But she's presenting do not meet the expectation that she's set, which is why people are like, what?
Yeah, this does not sound on the up and up.
Strange.
Don't bring in that person that can prove that I'm lying. What do you mean? I'm only admitting to lying.
It's from being one of four. That is to say, one of four in a band where you have this fraternity or this brotherhood, and you're out there fighting the world together to try to get that record deal or whatever you're looking for. And when I
Bros
got
before
into
hoes.
the series, and my life started to change in various ways. That is to say that people started to, you go into a restaurant and you'd see people whispering and pointing and all that. I was very uncomfortable with it. And I didn't like it.
Poor Johnny Depp.
Just because it.
Rough to be famous.
I never wanted to be the lead singer and the guy out front and get all the attention, and I didn't. So suddenly I was on my own, and I was having to deal with this.
It is like a autobiography that he's telling here.
Yeah, it's a.
So, let's see. Let me grab something else really quick. Did we have any Streamlabs that need to be looked at?
Yes, we do.
All right.
We have multiples. Bryant Fields said Johnny Depp and I were both born in Owensboro, Kentucky, so I'm inclined to believe him. But Amber is hot, so let's hear her out, folks. Good point.
Is that why she should be heard out?
Good point. Matt Jarjo said Dick's out for small mark. Better not. Matt Jarjo said. Think Soul gave some love. 3 ways to play. So this is exactly how Joe would handle a deposition. I'm cracking up with this comparison. True.
I was going to say his cadence and Johnny Depp's cadence are very alike, and it weirds me out.
3 ways to play.
We're going to get Joe to play Johnny Depp. Is that what we're voting on, Joe?
Might have to, yeah.
Does that mean Billy's going to be Amber Heard?
Yeah. I'm going to be Amber Heard. I'm gonna hit him. 3 ways to play. This is exactly. Chess just appeared. You guys are gaslighting us. It's true. Dumo Texas, I feel bad for Depp. He's gone through so much from one person who made it her mission to mess with his life. I loved his movies, and I wish him nothing but a good comeback like with Fraser. 3 ways to play. Does anyone else see a lot of resemblance between Johnny Depp and Joe? Yeah, it's pretty funny. Rallis and Shane.
We need a please somebody Photoshop comparison, like who wore it better.
Who wore
the same picture?
They're the same picture meme, yeah.
Can we just get Joe and Johnny Depp to do the butthole challenge?
The butthole challenge.
Rallis and Shane got the tip train going. Thank you. 3 ways to play again at Fix Soul. Y'all kept coming through tonight. Appreciate that, everybody. That catches up with the little downloads. If you guys want to go to the Streamlabs link below, you could do all that stuff. General Martok said Billy would take Bill Cosby's side.
He does love those pudding
accurate,
pops.
Yeah, why would I take Bill Cosby's side? Just because I love Fat Albert pudding and Kodak photography?
Kodak photography. And picture pages.
Yeah.
Ichabod marker.
Just like pudding pops.
I don't have to take anybody's side.
So Andy Dick was beaten up in Las Vegas, and some guy took him in. But then I guess recently our friend Captain Content rescued him. Did he rescue him or
kidnapped him? Maybe. Wappy was the guy that was housing him for like 2 weeks. He's on Elisa Jordana's show. He sings on the show. He's like a singing guest. He comes in, he does singing.
Yeah.
And he was holding Andy Dick in his apartment, and Andy Dick was like this MacGuffin. People started coming over trying to fight for property over Andy Dick. Attila and Jewel Rancid came in, tried to get Andy Dick. They got kicked out. Captain Content tried to get Andy Dick at first. I guess Wappy pulled a gun trying to defend Andy Dick. Yeah.
Question, just because I'm getting my shit mixed up here. On the last episode I watched with the goddamn podcast, who did you have come in from
that was Wheezy.
the Kermit and Friends?
Yeah. Wheezy's a
and Wappy.
co-host.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay,
They have similar
Got it.
names, so it's
All
very
right.
confusing.
I was
But,
about to be like, we had that guy on the show.
No,
What?
no. That was just
No,
Wheezy from the show filling in.
Right.
There's Captain Content,
Oh boy.
and there's
Are those cops?
Cops,
Why is this shit colored?
and there's a shit-colored lens on Andy Dick.
He should be with his family, I think. Wherever his kids are.
I think it's still on 2-speed, Benjamin.
No, I turned it down.
Okay.
This is just the Dick pocket cam. This camera is actually planted in somebody's pee hole, and they're shaking it at the
colored
cops.
for a reason.
Yeah. This is urethra vision.
It's a sounding video.
Yup. Boop, boop, yeah, boopity, yeah, boopin',
Boopity,
we
boop,
boopin',
boop, boop,
boopity,
boop,
yeah.
boop, boop.
Okay, good. I heard you.
So this is Wappy's house in Las Vegas.
Is that him on the show with you right there that he's sitting at?
No, he's not on the show with us.
That's the cot he's been sleeping on. Right
Yeah, he's
there,
been
too.
on that cot for
Oh
weeks.
boy.
That looks like a kid's table.
Yeah, it's really not a comfy cot. He's been getting consistent massages. It is in front of the television.
You can tell it's not a kid's table because it's not a primary color.
Like that
Yeah.
looks like it would be that looks about the width and size of the seat of this computer chair I'm sitting in.
Billy's got a bigger dick than that cot.
Exactly. I was just thinking that's something I would lay my cock across post-coital.
They got swatted, and everyone else is all like freaked out with their hands up, and Andy Dick's just
He's
laying
like,
there.
"Fuck that."
He's
Yeah.
just laying there, like changing the channels.
He goes
on-
in the kitchen
on
to
the
make
TV.
himself a sandwich while the
Yeah.
cops are outside.
Yeah. He does not care.
He's not giving a fuck.
Cops are on their way.
Relax, buddy. It's fine.
You started it, dude.
Doesn't give a
You
shit.
started it, dude. You're letting people manipulate you. The strangers you don't know, because they tell you they have drugs on the phone, and you'll just go outside.
There's no way I could invite anyone because I don't know
Now,
where I am.
Oh,
I don't know where I am.
Yeah, Andy doesn't know where he's
Oh
at.
no.
He's in
Allow
Las
me to
Vegas.
Allow me to interject. From what I'm hearing here, Wappy sounds like a real asshole.
Well, some people would think that. Some people would
Andy-
think he was being a gentleman, keeping Andy Dick in his house for weeks.
He came and rescued Andy Dick. So someone beat the shit out of Andy Dick while he was all fucked
Well,
up
yeah.
one night, and like kind of just left there.
But when does this turn from rescuing to the plot of Misery?
And who's gonna shit on whose bed?
Who's gonna hobble Andy Dick's leg?
See, I don't know if it was necessarily Misery, but I do think he came in like Captain Save-A-Bro, and then he's like got Andy Dick in his apartment, and he's getting like 300 viewers, and he's getting $2, $3 TTSs, and he's making thousands of dollars, and he doesn't want to let go of Andy
cash
Dick.
cow.
And I think these other guys see this; they want to take Andy Dick, and they want to make it, their cash cow. They're
I don't
fighting
know, I'm
over the
kinda
cash cow.
Kind of concerned about you just go outside if somebody on the phone tells you they have drugs.
Oh, Andy Dick loves his
Yeah,
drugs.
it's Andy Dick. What's he gonna do? Not go get drugs outside?
Yeah, he loves his
He's
drugs.
like, well, I wouldn't leave the drugs delivered to the door.
He would
not
probably
gonna, like,
bury a knife in someone for some drugs at that
Yeah,
point.
but
let's
you're
be
not
honest.
gonna confirm that they even have any drugs. Like, it would have.
No, he's going to confirm by meeting up with
You're
them.
not allowed to lie.
Andy Dick is enough level of predator that if he gets kidnapped, he'd probably be able to finagle his way into a tickle situation.
Yeah, he got Me Too'd and his career got ruined.
Yeah, I think Andy Dick would be fine no matter where he falls on his feet. He's been in worse situations than this, I'm sure. He's not doing too well. Judd Apatow tried to give him a little handout, I don't know, 5 years ago. Tried to get him on some TV shows. I think he was on a Netflix series. I can't remember the name of the damn show. It was with Gillian Anderson, though. I think, am I saying that right? Gillian Jake? I don't know. Fucking whatever the girl that played Britta on Community. I think I'm mixing her up with other people's names. But it was on a show with her on Netflix, and it was kind of a comeback moment. And he ended up fucking everything up after that. Couldn't
Jillian
ride.
Jacobs.
Jillian Jacobs, thank you. Yeah. But he kind of almost had a comeback then, and it didn't last.
I was going to say for a hot second, Gillian Anderson and Andy Dick in a movie or series would be the weirdest casting I'd ever see in my life.
Right? I just can't think of people's names is all. I might be a water-headed.
No, don't really talk to me anymore, babe. Just wait till the cops get here.
They're even calling Cash Cow in the chat here. Gaslighting maniac, you're manipulating him.
No.
Wappy's getting ready to fight, but the cops have already been here once for Wappy, right?
No. Yeah, I went. Yeah. Cops are on the way. Cops are on the way.
Okay, buddy. I'm just trying to go have a little bit of drugs with Captain Content and maybe have him suck my dick.
Yeah, harassing us. You're harassing us, Captain. Dude, you're getting sued. I'm suing Captain Content.
Uh-oh, full lawsuit. It's going to be Captain Content and Wappy reading off the IMDb page for Johnny Depp in court.
That's his filibuster.
Is he here? Because he will get taken away by the cops, which both of us have called at this point. Yeah.
After everything Wappy did for you, this is
Yeah, can you talk to
After everything Wappy did for you, this is how you repay him. He has destroyed his life. Now you just up and run and leave him with this mess? Wow, dude, wow. Never trust your life in the hands of Andy Dick. That's your first mistake. I wouldn't trust.
Sure, but also...
I wouldn't
Wappy
trust Andy
seems like
Dick
a
with my
fucking nut.
leftovers, let alone my life.
It was just passionate when they first met, and then he took his boots off and gave him some wine, and it was all
Yeah.
over there. He split.
Yeah. I feel passion and I feel pain.
this fucking Captain thing?
He's trying to manipulate you.
Andy Dick has been healed. He's ready to go. He's like, fuck this.
Lazar in the chat said these cops will not be left unmolested.
Great. Then let him.
This ain't Onision's
Let him
house.
come.
Andy Dick's grabby.
Let him come in. And when the cops come, we'll sick the cops on him.
Dude,
Gillian, your professional
I was
opinion.
trying to have a normal day today.
I like how Andy is playing both sides right now. He's like, well, have him come in and we'll sick the cops on him then. He's still like not sure how this is going to play out, so he's catering to Wappy a little bit.
Gillian, your professional opinion is Andy or Onision more grabby?
Onision's not grabby. Onision's not grabby at all. He keeps his hands to himself until he gets a whiff of consent.
Until he gets fucky.
Yeah.
A whiff.
Yeah, just give him a whiff of consent.
outside
and
outside of his house.
Yeah,
So
like,
would you call him? Would you say he's sniffy then?
Yeah. I gave him a whiff of consent, and I got jostled live on camera. So,
Yeah, we don't like that.
He needs a whiff of consent, and then he's in. Andy Dick does not get the whiff. He's just like, "Wow, I'm Andy Dick. You should have expected this." And you're like, "Shit, you're right. I should have."
Being around him is consent.
Yeah, Andy Dick's superpower is he reeks of consent. It's full whiff.
It's so consensual. People get secondhand consent, so he can do what he wants.
Yuck.
For you. This is how you repay him, Andy. He has destroyed his life and now you just up and run and leave him with this mess.
Wow, dude. Wow. Cappy
That
going
just
to
echoed
jail.
through that whole room.
Yeah. Andy, you admitted Wappy is holding you hostage. When was the last time Andy ate? Yeah, Andy was kind of getting fed here and there, but the second the cops came, he ran to the kitchen. I think he's hungry. Andy Dick has got his fucking leftover teriyaki in the bag. He's ready to go.
Captain's speeding
Yeah.
away.
The cops will let me bring the overnight cell. They'll let me bring my leftover teriyaki.
I'm out of here. As soon as he knew the cops were called on him.
Who's playing the fucking meat whistle in the background?
That's that's a recorder. What the fuck?
It's Andy Dick
Hot
in the background.
cross
Just like,
buns. Hot cross buns.
He's more than welcome.
He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a car.
I think it's Mission Impossible theme song on a recorder.
Dude, this was
That's
actually
fun.
like
It is.
Oh my god, dude. I hate Captain Content so much. I really hate that guy.
Charge the drill. The police are coming.
Captain
He
Captain
hates
Content
Captain Content
is
so
such a nice guy, though.
So much.
Police
He can't
have
even.
donated $3. Charge the drill. The police are coming.
I just want to know what the little fucking leprechaun in the background's doing playing the Mission Impossible song on a fucking recorder.
Yeah, I turned the camera. I need to see what's going on here. Waiting for his meatballs to cook or something?
Charge the drill. I have Crohn's and wear a diaper. Says somebody in chat. Good to know.
Yeah, some people are into that.
So the drill drills the door shut. Is that why they have a drill?
Jesus Christ. This
So-
is so weird that this exists.
Follow Richard Hart on YouTube. No. No. No.
Follow Richard Hart on YouTube.
Fuck that shit.
Check out Falsified
Free advertising. Well, not free. $3.
Oh, here's the pow pow.
Oh, shit.
Here's the pow pow.
You're screaming? This guy,
Are the cops going to be able to hear the donos? Because that'd be...
Yeah, they
you could have
usually
some fun with
can.
that.
Yeah, they usually can.
Being protective, but
Okay,
it's
but
still.
who? This is my residence. I understand. He's not. Captain's not welcome here. I told him not to come here. He parked outside my house. He calls us this guy, right here.
You can park outside of your fucking
We're live
house.
on YouTube, by the way, they can
Okay,
see.
so-
There's 500 people watching.
Okay, so then where's this guy? Is he here?
Right here. He sped away as soon as he knew the cops were on the way.
Let's see what he looks
So
like.
then he's not here. He just left. I just called the
Is
cops.
that him
He
live
just
right
left.
now?
Yes.
He's
here
you got
now.
no
Just from
like
the
order of
party.
protection against him.
There's no way he can miss.
Legally, he can be outside of your fucking house, especially if he's there to pick up known coke enthusiast Andy Dick.
Coke enthusiast.
Did Johnny Depp and Andy do coke together?
There's
a
possibility.
Probably, yeah. They would have been around in the 90s.
Or
Clearly,
Johnny
we
Depp
need
heard
Andy.
about it and was like, nah, not him.
No, they probably
I'm already getting hit non-consensually. I'm not.
they probably did cocaine and went family style on one of the Olsons.
In the 90s?
Maybe not.
Okay.
Because this guy is trying to coerce him with drugs to leave my house. He has a degenerative brain condition. This is actor and comedian Andy Dick.
This is actor and comedian Andy Dick.
I don't know if you know who he is. If it's
I just think she should know.
Well, people are trying to coerce him with drugs, okay, to come out of my house. You know this guy?
Do you know this guy? Nope, never met him.
The guy that Captain Content is.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
$3. There are illegal drugs in the locked cabinet.
But they have actually met, right?
Also check Andy's fee for drugs.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he was there in the apartment at one point. So we had video of Andy Dick rubbing on Captain Content's nipples.
Oh, you're right.
Battle for Andy, now in a cinema near you. See, the viewers think this is really funny. And we got swatted yesterday. They called a wellness check.
I need to ride, but I wasn't getting it from him.
What does any of this have to do with the cops? I think the cops care about your sub count.
They're stream snipers.
Yeah, the cops are. I don't know. It's Wappy's got a little bit of the glitz and glamour in his eyes over all this. Still, he's just
Actor,
kinda,
comedian Andy Dick.
yeah, he's big leaguing a little bit in front of the cops, getting his words in.
He might want a ride center. You would just ask him. He's welcome to stay here. He may need a ride or Uber.
I want to leave, but
Texican donated
Oh, that's a problem.
I want to leave, but he won't let me. Wrecked.
God, his fucking ass.
Follow Richard Hart on YouTube. Check out Pulsicon in Las Vegas this September.
Oh shit!
My water. Your booze, you mean?
Why is he snitching?
Drink. He's an adult. If he wants to leave, he can get up and leave.
Hell yeah!
Get out of there, Andy.
That dude. That's
Get
a
out
lie.
of there.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Look, I'm not here
Split.
to argue about this.
Yeah, why is Andy
Split,
gonna
Andy,
split
split.
on Wappy Herd?
Can I have my
If you want to get up and leave, you're more than welcome.
Can I have my thing that holds my ID? You have a.
It's right here.
Oh,
Drugs
Hey, will you speak up
donated
here?
$3. They have
Are
drugs.
you going to talk to the
They
police
have
and tell them,
drugs.
like, what's up?
They have drugs.
Oh.
They have drugs.
They have drugs.
They have
That's
drugs.
the
They have drugs. They have drugs. They have drugs. They have drugs. They have drugs.
Yeah, Andy admitted to being held hostage.
Babe, are you going to come talk to the cops with
They
me?
have drugs. They have drugs.
Billy, we need a disc track with "They Have Drugs."
They have
as
drugs.
the underplay.
They have drugs. They have drugs.
Add some like
They
fat
have drugs.
808 to it and a snare.
Yeah.
MC Jarbo dropped a new track, and they sampled. Remember when Ralph got sucker punched at his bowling tournament thing?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Arrest him! Arrest him!" They worked that into it very well. It's pretty great.
I'm excited. I gotta hear that.
Yeah, you can get up now and walk.
Donated $3.
That's a lie. This is all behind the
Oh no! They're trying to snitch on the Pope to the Popo.
He's a criminal and also
They're
doesn't pay
insane.
his taxes. He is trying to lure
Seems
Andy
like it.
Dickin with illegal drugs. Arrest and deport him.
Deport him.
Deport
I
him.
don't think. Is
Where?
he not a local?
No,
is he
he's
not-
from Europe. He's from Europe, but I think he has dual citizenship, so they can't.
Who? Wait, who?
They
Captain
can't.
Content?
Captain Content.
Yeah, he's from Spain.
Okay.
Oh,
But
I
I
thought they were
think-
talking
But
about
it's
Andy.
he's.
Okay.
They can't kick him out of the
I think
country
his
when he's a
father's from
citizen.
Spain and his mom's from here or something like that.
Yeah. So like they can't kick him out of the country because he's a citizen.
Also, he's bisexual, so
Yeah. We went. Me and him went to a bar in Capitol Hill, and he was flirting with all kinds of people. you know?
okay.
That
Because
makes
I'm like,
sense.
I'm
That
like,
checks
also
out.
he's
Oh, yeah.
bisexual. You're, oh yeah, me and him, and I'm like, what? What, Ben?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Hold up.
I did not know.
So they're like, "Bitch."
When I
Breaking
start
news.
saying something, Billy assumes he gets all huffy and puffy, and I get like scared to even finish what I'm saying because he's all like, like that. He got a little too excited.
Ben, don't split.
I'm gonna split.
Don't split.
I'm gonna split.
Don't
No,
split.
Split on
no,
this.
you can't split the goodest, bestest boys.
I'll tell your
Thank
fiancé
you.
what's
Sweet
up. I'll let
boys.
Lisa know.
Best boys.
Okay. I'm sure she's watching live.
Is he saying Elisa Jordana is watching
Truth
live?
donated $3. Officer,
Lisa
Andy has
Jordan
been
is
threatened
watching
every
live.
time he
Trumpster
tries
Bob
to
is
leave.
watching live.
They should probably move the donos up a little higher so the chat isn't blocking.
Yeah.
They should, but come
Yeah.
The
on.
man who lives in
That
his
would take a
house.
little bit of
Take Andy
production,
outside
and
and
you
Well,
would
it also
probably
would.
need to
It also would take
deal
more
with
than Wappy having Andy Dick randomly fall in his lap. Like he wasn't prepared for any of this. Andy Dick
What
just
is
happened to
this?
get beat up in his hometown.
Why is there another chat also in the middle at the bottom?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
it was
think it's
loading
coming
in as
in.
it
Yeah,
was-
it loads
Yeah,
in
it comes
from
in
the-
from
okay.
the right.
Gotcha. It was
All right. This is the black screen on Prism because they're hiding the camera from the cops, I think.
I gotta ask him something if you guys can. Go ahead. Oh, they're not recording. I know.
They're not recording.
no.
They're not recording. Yeah, they are. You liar.
That's Captain
Oh,
Content.
hey, it's not shit colored this time.
Yeah.
That was some foreshadowing right there.
Top tier storytelling.
He's a very sick old man.
Huh.
He should be with his family, I think.
Nah.
His kids are.
Nah, his kids are grown-ups. Let them live their life. It was cool, though, when he did Zoolander 2. He got to go to Europe with his kids and took them onto the set when he was filming for that. He originally was supposed to be like Mugato in the original Zoolander, but he couldn't get, I don't know, he's doing news radio or something.
was a
at the time.
huge show.
He couldn't get away from it, so they went with Will Ferrell.
And then he was the blowjob instructor in Old School.
Tell me more.
Crouching tiger, head and penis.
All right, Andy. Good luck.
Yeah, it's like, okay, bye.
All right, guys. Well, you know, I kind of want to leave with them. They have nipples.
Like not even the cocaine. Like whatever drugs they do or do not have. Andy's there because he's about to get some suck it from Captain Canton.
That could happen.
He wants that suck it.
This video quality is shit. It's all twitchy.
He's got stuff in the bag for his kids for Easter.
All right. That's an odd choice. He's free. He's free.
He is free.
No, I didn't even look at my phone.
Don't, LeBear.
Must be online. People are just calling.
This is like a whole saga. Damn.
The guy on the right is drinking a Steel Reserve, I think.
It's Vegas, isn't it? Open carry.
Oh, you mean open container?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because open carry, I think, is like guns, right?
Yeah. I can't really differentiate the two, though. Guns and
That's
alcohol.
a problem. You just put a gun to your face trying to drink from it.
Sometimes shots are shots, right?
No.
Call it a gunshot. Why not?
Andy, have you tried to contact your family? Wait. I haven't.
Why the fuck does Andy already have a tickler? My guy is horny, dude. He's
like, hey.
He's already got a pink tickler for Captain Canton. He's horny as hell. He's been trapped up in Wappy's fucking cot, getting massages for all the coom.
See, look, he doesn't even know who he is. Are you a teller? He doesn't even know.
Are you a teller?
He already cleaned up the cot. He's leaning against the wall now.
I don't know why.
Yeah, and he doesn't know who he is, and he still would rather be there than with you, Wappy. Sorry. You had the fucking bag for 2 weeks. It's time to pass the bag on. Andy's the bag. He's the Canton bag.
I will say this is a better move for IP2 than
God
Baked
damn.
Alaska. Which, by the way, I heard Baked Alaska's in trouble again.
He's finally gotten the charges against him, I
for
guess.
January 6th.
Yeah, his insurrection charges.
Oh shit.
Time for Nick
Motherfucking
next. Nick didn't go in the building, though, but...
Yeah, maybe Joe and I can go down to Vegas, get Andy Dick, and bring him back up here to be on Drunken Peasants.
That would be so fucking hilarious.
Ben,
What
I'm
are you
sorry,
gonna do with
scared
them
me
once
for
you've
a
done the
second.
show?
We're going to have to, like, blow him and stuff, probably. I don't know if we have enough
Ben, I'm sorry,
drugs.
you scared me for a second when you were like, all right, Nick next. I was like, oh, God, we're getting onto a Nick video. Son of a bitch. Anyway.
No, we're not
good.
doing
I hope
Nick
he gets
today.
charges. I hope he gets charges next, honestly.
Inciting violence.
I'll be upset, too, if someone stole my Andy Dick. I know, they're just out here stealing Andy Dicks. The Maltese... I don't want to say that F word. What's
I love
another...
what this turned into. This fucking turned into rescuing Andy Dick, and now he's just on another RV stream.
Yep, that's what this is.
Oh no.
Out of the frying pan into another fucking fire.
You know that RV smells like farts.
Oh, probably farts and piss.
If it doesn't smell like farts, I need to go fart it up.
Do that when you go and pick Andy Dick up for your next show.
Yeah, mid blowjob, I'll just blow one in Andy Dick's face.
He'd like it.
Probably. Andy Prime. Yeah. The beginning of IP2, Andy Milanakis. The ending of IP2, Andy Dick. We've gone Andy to Andy.
I'm just imagining this fading. This is the end of the movie, and it's fading out with "Don't You Forget About Me" playing.
Don't you forget about me.
with this freeze frame.
In the window, you just see fucking Andy.
Don't you?
It's got Anna Kendrick in the background doing like a side vocal too.
Oh, he said no drugs.
Because he's
And
on
now
camera.
is when Andy realized he fucked up.
No, he's got alcohol. Andy's going to be fucked up with or without drugs.
Oh, yeah.
With or without you. I don't know who these side characters are.
No, I don't know who. I don't recognize anybody else.
I really would not have an idea. Like, again, okay, so I don't know a lot of Like, I guess I'm in the same boat of like Monty, where I know what IRL stream is. I don't know the characters, so like.
Andy, you are safe now. Captain is weird but not dangerous like Wappy. Captain will help you and get you to wherever you
Captain will help you.
From person experience, I can tell you that Captain is a good person compared to Wappy.
Compared to Wappy.
Thanks, Siri.
Captain is a good person compared to Wappy. Compared to good people, Captain's a horrible person. But compared to Wappy, he is a good person.
So I hear you want to go back to LA.
Huh? Get on the fucking freeway. All night long.
Andy Dick used to do movies with Pauly Shore. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Honestly, I bet Andy Dick's doing better right now than Pauly Shore is.
I have no idea.
Like, Andy Dick is on a cool IP2 reality stream.
Oh, my God.
What's Pauly Shore doing?
Jack and shit.
And Jack left town.
Shop smart, ass smart.
There's my boy. I'm your boy.
I'm your boy?
I'm your boy. Okay, so can I get your opinion on this? Is the alien from American Dad based on Andy Dick? I know it's not him doing the voice.
Who?
Roger the alien?
Oh, 100%.
You think so? I always got those
100%.
kind of vibes, but I was never sure.
That voice has got to be like, I would say that is.
What do you think?
Fairly.
Did you ever
spot
watch
on.
that?
I never put the two together for
Okay.
that, but they have similar talking points, similar sounds. I always thought he was just like an effeminate, aloof, alien gentleman.
That's almost completely describing Andy Dick.
True.
Yeah. Even the alien part.
An aloof alien.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say Andy Dick is like an aloof alien in a human person suit.
Right. Which Roger
like,
does that all the time. He dresses as a
Yeah.
human all the time.
Are you suggesting that Wappy thought Andy Dick was an alien? That's why he was keeping him in his attic?
Yes.
Exactly.
The government wouldn't
it was
find
like
him?
it was like the new
Absolutely.
Alf.
No. He's Christopher Lloyd from My Favorite Martian,
Ah.
but without the cool, charismatic suit.
Dude, you know what? You know what I found out last night that blew my mind?
What?
Go on.
I decided randomly to watch Neverending Story.
Yeah.
And like, as a side note, it kind of still holds up.
Yeah.
Even like the practical special effects.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since I was a kid, but I'm sure it still holds up.
Yeah. Like, it's not like hokey really in any way. But you know the actor, the kid that played Atreyu?
Was it Jonathan Brandis or was it somebody else? Okay.
No, it wasn't Jonathan Brandis.
I don't remember the kid. Did he kill himself too?
No.
Okay, good.
Why? Why?
Just had to make sure.
No, he didn't kill himself.
Okay.
So he was in a movie after this, and it was called Troll. Not Troll 2, which is known to be one of the worst movies ever.
I
that
know
has.
exactly what you're talking about.
He played a character called Harry Potter.
Potter.
Do you think what's her name ripped that name off?
And it came out like 12 years before the Harry Potter books were even written, and I believe there might have been a lawsuit, but if not, there was at least like a call out, like a public call out, like, oh, that bitch stole my idea. Because it is similar too, because like it's not exactly
There's
the same.
no way.
There's like wizard magic and stuff in it that Harry Potter uses.
Troll.
The
There's
movie's
a troll
called
in
Troll.
Harry Potter.
Yes, yes.
It's a significant
Find out I
scene
need Harry Potter
in
more.
which what's his name?
Professor
Is it
Quirrell.
Quirrell just runs out and goes, troll in the dungeon. I thought you should know, and then faints.
Julia Louise Dreyfus is in Troll also.
Hello, Andy, my friend. Are you still in Griffin? What do you think about her losing a lung to cancer? What is your favorite food?
Wow, a whole interview in a TTS dono.
What is your favorite food to eat?
Here's my response. Why are you like this?
I'm not.
Oh boy.
Have some goddamn fucking tact, viewers.
I'm just kidding with you, faggot. Okay.
There's 3 boys back there.
Listen, Andy, my plan as of now.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Please.
Yeah, right shotgun. Look, he's got his Steely Reserve. That tastes.
He nicked that. He either got a fresh one or he straight up just took that from whoever already had an open one.
Those are like some of the cheapest beer. It's like malt liquor, and it tastes like aluminum. That was like, I only had like coins to buy some beer that night, and that's
Oh,
what.
boy.
Yeah.
Is that like it's like worse than Coors?
Oh yes.
Steel Reserve.
Oh yes.
Steel Reserve. It's malt liquor though, so it's
Yeah.
higher alcohol
It's high
content.
yes, it will get you drunk.
It was famous when I was a kid because all the kids would say, "Steel Reserve. That's kill you. 211 is the police code for murder." They would always say that.
I thought it was 187.
No, but they would say 211 is the police code for murder. That's what the kids would say. I don't think it was right.
I think 187 is murder.
I need to know who everybody in like the Drunken Peasants group are playing whom in this scenario now.
Oh, like legitimately?
Yeah. Who would be driving? Ben would be driving.
Oh no, honestly, I'm sitting in the back. I want nothing to do with this shit.
He had me in a bed.
No, I'd be Andy Dick drinking a Steel Reserve.
Yeah, realistically, I'd be driving because
I think
I'd also be playing Pokemon Go. And 211 is the code for robbery. Sorry, not murder.
Okay.
We were kids.
Billy is the guy we're picking up to save.
True. That's true.
Valid.
So in a couple of minutes here, because we said we do some post shows, we're gonna do a post show on Twitch
where we'll be listening to the new MC Jarbo song.
We could do that.
Okay.
On Twitch.
I really.
Can
probably
you?
not on Twitch.
Yeah, you know what? We probably shouldn't do that.
Never
there.
mind for that, guys.
Yeah. Not there.
Can I tell you guys? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to pitch this for a post show.
Oh.
But I genuinely, at some point on this show, would love to hear you two react to the disaster cover stream that was highlighted in the recent Bodwin Chronicles.
Can we?
Oh my god!
So you watched it. Is there anything Twitch would object to in it? Because we can watch it over there. Does he take off his shirt and show his nipples or anything?
No.
Twitch's rules are so
just,
dumb. But
so it's just as it goes on. Cobra becomes more unhinged.
That's fine. It's just as long as there's no like you stream on Twitch, you know what they.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think you'd be good. It's just there's some. He goes off the rails a little bit.
By the
I
way,
love that.
yeah, I found
love
this
that.
today.
Oh boy.
Blown out butthole. Trumpster Bob. Blown out butthole.
Blown out butthole.
Can I tell you guys who I'm working with on the new show, by the way? Because I think you're gonna get a kick out of it.
Tell us
Especially,
who. And they're blown out butthole.
It's Caitlin Hatley, who is the wife of Brent Hatley, who was on the Howard Stern show on Sirius XM.
Oh, Brent. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. She's and she's on. Like, I know, like, there's been a running joke about me doing OnlyFans. She's actually on OnlyFans.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
like Brent always used to talk about his swinging all the time. Like Brent would. Yeah.
Chesh, are you swinging?
Maybe.
Oh my God! This is why people throw big ass shoes at you. Blown out butthole.
You got a blown out butthole. All right, so everyone go to Twitch. Even if you don't like Twitch, you like us enough to use Twitch for a little while. There's so many reasons why you should go to Twitch, and you'll figure it out when you go there.
Figure it out, dude.
We're gonna wrap this up in just a second here. All present company is invited to come along. So we'll go over there.
Please come hang out.
Twitch, we have to handle Twitch with tender gloves, but it's still, in a way, it almost produces a different style of content from us.
Figure it out, dude.
Yep, figure it
It's
out.
a change up.
Yeah, it's a change up. So we are going there immediately as soon as this stream is done.
Go follow Smarty for all of his new music. He'll be in a town near you.
Please do. I'm playing next in like 2 weeks, I'm playing a show here on Long Island, and then May 1st I'm playing in Brooklyn, and then like the rest of them are basically going to be Long Island shows. So
Well,
if you're around Long
play
Island,
in
by all means,
Seattle,
fucking-
man.
Dude,
you know,
I want to fucking come to Seattle so bad.
Billy knows venues around here, so he
And
might.
we'll set up a bill. It'll be a DP meetup. It'll be Billy the Fridge playing. Hope Speak will play. It'll be a fun time.
That would be.
And also-
some math rock band and then Billy rapping.
Math rock.
Also, go follow Chesh and her new show, Thought Topic.
Okay.
That is not a
That
store
is a
at the
great
mall.
fucking
That is
name.
not a store at the mall.
That would have been really smart. We called it the Thought Project, so we could call it Thought Prog, and so that way,
Make
so
a
that
second
way,
show called Thought Topic.
So it's Thought Project and Thought Prog, but also we also wanted the initial to be TP for toilet paper because we're mature.
Well, my comment was actually just a joke, picking on your collar, your shirt, and your fucking Bulbasaur stuffy. All things bought at Thought Topic.
If it was called Thought Topic, you could mimic the logo of Hot Topic. It'd be great. We're going over to Twitch now. See you all there.
See you soon.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.